From the Lodge Mahal in beautiful Round Rock, Texas, welcome to Poker Night at the Lodge. My name is Slick Rick, along with my partner each and every time, Mikey the Skull Reisman. Mike, another great Monday night. We had a good Saturday game and back 45 hours later.
Yeah, Rick, happy Monday. Happy Thanksgiving week. 2-5 tonight. Match the stack. Should be a good one. Let's go around the table. Seat 1, a rookie. He wants to be known as Llama. Everybody coming in for 1,000. Keep that in mind. Seat 2, Notorious TJ. Back with us again from Idaho. This is his 4th or 5th time on stream, so he flies in each and every time that he's here under the lights, so you know he's a fan. Seat 3 is Caitlin. We've seen her before on the ladies' night and on a standard Monday or Wednesday. She's not afraid of the boys. Seat 4 is Eli. He's been playing a lot recently, back in the building. Seat 5 is Aaron. We've seen him before. No poker face Ash tonight, just Aaron. Seat 6 is Jimmy. He's running a little bit late, but he'll be here in a hand or two. Seat 7 is Jeremy, rocking the cowboy hat. He's got the boots on as well. He's been on before, coming in for 1,000. John in the 8th seat. He's been pretty busy with work, but he's back at the lodge playing. And then seat 9, first time on stream. Shout out to his family and his 4 daughters. He'll be known as El Guapo.
El Guapo, and a lodge regular. We love seeing him on his first ever live stream. There you see a picture of the front half of the Lodge Mahal. We know that as Slick's room, the front half. We got a Big O tournament going on every Monday night. That's in the right side of your screen, the left side of your screen. Some 7 or 8 cash tables going on right now. We got a big week. It all starts tomorrow with the I-35 Cup, $500,000 guaranteed, guys. And we're doing it in conjunction with our friends from San Antonio, the folks from Rounders. So there's 2 flights tomorrow from each club, 2 flights Wednesday for each club. Also on Friday and Saturday, 2 flights for each club. So a total of 8 flights from each club, total of 16, $500K guarantee, and it's only a $500 buy-in. It's going to be huge. We're going to play down to, both clubs are going to play down on Sunday to their final 9. Send those 9 players to the lodge on Monday. We'll play it down. The final table will be streamed live right here on Poker Night at the Lodge.
It's a shame that those guys from San Antonio have to make the drive up on Monday, because you know they really don't have a chance in hell to raise the cup.
We're going to have to place a little wager with our friends from Rounders.
Money. Easy money. We better give them odds.
Who knows?
They don't stand a chance, Rick. You know this.
I think the winner will be a lodge regular or somebody who's played at the lodge.
What's up, Mark? Nick from Yuma, Russ, Strawman. Thank you all for joining us. I see you, Charles, Russ O. How are we doing tonight?
Yeah, 53 already in the live chat. We'll get going here on this Monday Night Madness. Joke of the night, obviously, at 9:15. One if you like it, 2 if you don't. Everyone knows the rules.
We are playing the 7-deuce game.
Very nice.
For 25 ahead, and I thought Eli had aces there, unless that was a mystery. He's got to be, well, it showed aces for Eli, but he's not in the hand, so that had to be an error. It takes a hand or 2 for the card readers to get warmed up.
Now, if you play a 7-deuce and it doesn't go to a flop, do they still give you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, if everybody folds, you win the hand, sir. That's a win.
4-5. Diamond draw for Llama. He's not going anywhere. But Aaron's going to try to make a stab at it. Wearing the earring tonight.
Yeah, new earring for Aaron. Trying a new look. Perhaps Poker Face Ash is watching.
So diamond draw for Llama on a 2-diamond board.
What's up, T-Rex? Copacabana. Corey Maddox in the building. Cal says Mumo. All the regulars here. 9 of clubs.
So he's going to take another stab at this with the 7-deuce bonus. My man, Notorious DJ. TJ brought another bottle of bourbon.
Who'd you say?
Notorious TJ. Okay.
New drop.
New drop.
New drop.
Llama going nowhere as Aaron's going, please let me win with the 7 high. Let's see what the river brings. Looks like a king, so neither player
Let's see
with the pair.
Does Aaron have the triple barrel in him, or will Llama try and lead river here after not connecting with the diamonds? Going to lead river. Busted diamond draw.
People get mad when you don't play your best players against somebody because
Bluffing with the best hand. Those are signs of a good game. Will Aaron come over the top? Will he just surrender?
It's our first hand of the night.
It's an interesting one. Boy, oh boy, would I love to see a 400 bet here from Aaron. But I don't think at this stack depth, it's a little bit easier to maneuver if we were a little bit deeper. At this stack depth, it gets a little bit tricky.
He's going to fold.
Way down.
And Llama thinks he bluffed, but he had the best hand with Jack High. Bluffing with the best hand. And the first 7 deuce, valiant attempt by young Aaron with the new earring. Button moves to the 8 seat.
F77, thank you for joining us. All is well. Don't recognize your username. Don't see you in the chat very often, but
Welcome to the party, pal.
So that I-35 Cup is a 500K guarantee, and we expect it to go way over that guarantee. It's a $500 buy-in. It's going to be a lot of fun. Remember, it all starts tomorrow at noon, and you get 40K in chips. I'm sorry, 30-minute levels. And let me confirm. I see the 30-minute levels. I don't see how many chips you get. Somebody will be texting us to let us know. $500 buy-in, though. Do know that.
I think it's 50,000 in chips.
One of our great people of Chatsville will chime in. We'll have the answer before the end of the night. So it looks like we've got a straddle going on. Notorious TJ started to warm up. He got in, I believe, on Saturday, maybe? He's been in a few days.
You've seen him?
Yep, I saw him.
I don't even know. Was I here yesterday? Don't think so. Don't even really know what. Kind of feels like a Friday. Doesn't it?
No, feels like a Monday to me.
It's good when it feels like Friday on a Monday.
I don't know. That means
those
it's going to be a long week, maybe. You're expecting.
Yeah, not really. Thursday's like Sunday.
Yeah, Thursdays. Oh,
Friday's
I love
like Sunday. You know, we're all good.
Thanksgiving. Did you already buy your turkey?
Yes, you did.
It's in the refrigerator, freezer.
Don't worry where it is. Mind your own business.
You just
where,
need
where my turkey is.
Probably your first time ever to cook a turkey. Make sure you take out what's inside the cavity of the turkey. Don't cook that in the turkey. I bet you didn't even know to even look into the cavity of the turkey.
We're giving Aaron too much shit. We gotta find a new target.
It is not a joke. There is something inside the cavity of the turkey. Caitlin, she's got great little Twitter and Instagram. Very funny.
Not funnier than you are.
And witty. Talking to her earlier tonight, she went to NYU for college.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
She
I wonder why I get along with Caitlin.
spent several years in New York City, and
Pocket nines for her, and Llama wakes up with ace queen here in the big blind, and he's going to 3-bet it here. 3-bets to 205. Don't know much about Llama, but he looks like a player. Had a little bit of a European accent, so you always got to be cognizant of that. And the 3-bet's going to get through. Caitlin not going to make the call, not willing to get frisky just yet. Doesn't have any information on Llama, and he will take it down with no resistance. Shows it. Ace queen.
Cowboy says, Moo says, cowboy hat count is greater than the hoodie count tonight. Very good point.
You just said cowboy says Moo, by the way.
Cow says Moo. Now, El Guapo in seat 9. Now, that's a cowboy hat that's shaped correctly. No offense to Jeremy. Just moved here to the area. That cowboy hat Jeremy is wearing has not been custom shaped. I can guarantee you that. It was pulled right off the shelf. Whereas El Guapo, notice the bends and the curves. Very well.
Wow. You're basically
Well
saying
done.
Jeremy's hat is crap,
I'm
and
just
El
saying,
Guapo's has style and flavor.
all cattle, no hat.
From a man who's rocking his, what are these, Russell shorts? What are Russell shorts?
They're
Russell shorts
They're very nice.
A hoodie. It's freezing outside. You got some weird socks on, and you're giving style
I've got my hoodie,
pointers.
the new hoodie. Look on Slick Rick Lodge on the Instagram, at Slick Rick Lodge. We've got 2 hoodies that you can choose from. We've got plenty of them, and they're make great stocking stuffers, or buy one for yourself because it's getting cold and you need one. We've got the new logo on the white hoodies and the original logo on the black hoodies. They're $45. They went up a little bit. We got a little price increase from our vendor, so we had to pass it on. There you see the gorgeous legs of Slick Rick in the background there, right over
Yeah,
Caitlin's
we
shoulders.
probably lost a couple viewers if you see your legs in the background. You says it's cold outside, and you're still wearing your mesh shorts.
It was hot
Put
earlier
some
today.
pants on.
It's one of those, it's the time of year where it's hot in the day and cold at the night.
And you know, normal people just wear pants.
How about them Cowboys?
Jeremy says, stop making fun of my hat. Watch me make some money. Raises it on up to 35. Gets the call from El Guapo. Not to be mistaken by El Chapo. Unless, of course, we go chop chop here. But that's unlikely. Jeremy with a stranglehold on this 9-6-3 flop. 2 hearts. King's way in the lead.
Nick from you says Rick dressed like one of the next gen boys.
That's right.
Those guys are rock stars.
Except you're old enough to be their grandfather.
Their father. Not their grandfather. 55 years old. They're 20. Can't be their grandfather. Could be, but not even close.
Jeremy takes it down. Monday night, at least I think it is, 8:15 from the lodge here in Round Rock. Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. You know this. Hit that like button, folks. Numbers a little bit low tonight. The way we increase that is by hitting that like button.
We didn't even set an overtime number. Let's do that tonight. 250 on a Monday night, Thanksgiving week. What do you say?
50's kind of low, Rick. Hurts me to put a line at 250. What's TBD? Well, TBD. We'll see how it goes. Somewhere in between 250 and 300. See how we're feeling.
No, Charles Kennedy, you are not blocked. Never blocked anybody, believe it or not. We have never blocked anybody on purpose. Something might have happened by accident, but guaranteed.
Caitlin asking about the action. Now she wakes up with ace-queen in the small blind, and she will just flat the $60 raise from Llama. So Llama mixing it up here, raising it up with 10-6 of diamonds. Pocket sixes for Jimmy. I like Llama's style so far. Jack 8-9.
To the turn, 9 ball.
6 is still in the lead, but 3 overcards there. Good on Jimmy for reaching for chips. 125 there. Saw a little shake in his hand. Jimmy looked a little bit nervous, but nobody wants to challenge him. And he'll take it down, which was the best hand, 9s and 6s. So good on Jimmy for recognizing that, firing a little bit bet and attacking his opponents.
So we've got 8 posters up. Each poster, the live stream players, has 5 players on it. So we've got 40 different players featured on our back wall here. And then we just took a couple pictures. We took one of Caitlin. We took one of the Yoda of Chatsville, Sharon Barth, on Saturday. So we're going to fill up some more posters. They'll be coming to the Wall of Honor really soon. Lodge is about ready to get really crowded once again this week for the I-35 Cup. Beautiful trophy that will stay in the lodge or rounders, kind of like a Stanley Cup-esque where your name will be engraved on the trophy, and then you'll get to take one home, a different version of the trophy. So 2 actual trophies for the I-35 Cup. 1 club bragging rights. Notorious TJ with Jack 7 raises to 35. Caitlin with Queen 10 says, I can play that. Caitlin wearing some sort of hot air balloon on her necklace. Very neat. Very cool. Have to check that out going forward. Alex will give us a flop of ace-5 jack. Straight draw for Caitlin, pair of jacks for Notorious.
Also does have an ace of spades tattoo on her arm. So
Yes.
Ace up her sleeve.
Ace up her sleeve, I see that. Ooh, 3 jacks now. Trips.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Little Conor McGregor.
All right.
Notorious Conor. And he's not apologizing for his trip jacks.
And Caitlin going to say, I'll play another day. Notorious, who had a lot of luck the last time he was on the stream. Emptied a bottle of bourbon and emptied people's pockets all in one stream.
Yeah, that's the recipe for success. He brought a nice bottle of a blended Scotch whiskey. Don't think the table is going to help him crush it tonight, although I'm doing my best part.
Riser's Treasure Hunting Emporium in the house. Hello. Jazzbo is in here. Sharon. Russ O. Charles Kennedy. All sorts of people. Thank you for joining us. 121 in the live chat. Just getting started. 15 minutes in. Aaron will fold as Jack 9. Over to Jimmy. And the Wizard of Chips tricks, Jeremy, does a lot of movement with the chips. King 5-6.
Also puts pot. Look, the way he bets is always interesting too. Usually squirts them out the side. That's right. I said it. Squirts out the side.
His wife also loves to play poker. 10 of diamonds.
What's up, Jazzbo?
So Notorious looking for one of the 2 red 3s that remain in the deck. As a pair of 5s for Jeremy is way in the lead. Looking for a 3-ball corner pocket for Notorious. Ooh, very close. It's a 4. Now will this keep him in now that he picks up a pair? Hello, Jorge from Santa Ana, California. 138 in the live chat. Like and subscribe if you can. It helps bring more people to this channel. Lots of things going on. The lodge announced next year we are going to do a monthly 10 monthly 500K tournaments all by ourselves, in addition to the Spring Mayhem and the Millionaire Mayhem, whatever else goes on. This is just a 500K guarantee, 10 months, and what you're going to do is you're going to accumulate points in each of those tournaments, and at the end, they're going to invite all those with the highest points, I think 30 or 40 people back for a free roll.
The point series is back. I didn't know about that
Yeah.
as well.
Anthony Chester. So we'll bring Anthony in probably Wednesday to talk a lot about the I-35 Cup, the Spring Mayhem, and this new announced 500K monthly that the lodge will do. We can do that. We got a big room. It's like having a Ferrari in the garage. There's no sense having a Ferrari or a Lamborghini in the garage. You take it out, you drive it.
You're not really supposed to drive it that much.
I like to drive it. It's meant to be driven.
We're not talking about a Bronco. You're talking about Ferraris. Can you bring your Ferrari out on a rainy day?
I love my Bronco.
Aficionado, a connoisseur.
Got the the greatest thing is I got the, you know, for all that Honda Pilot nonsense you got after me at, I bought a warranty for that Honda Pilot, and when I turned it in, since I only drove it 2.5 months, I got a $2,000 check today for the money not used on that rebate. How about that?
Where's my cut?
$2,000.
Where's
Bam!
where's my cut?
No cut.
If I didn't give you that much shit about it, you'd still be driving that
No.
piece of shit.
Well, it's not a piece of shit. Future sponsor, Honda of America.
Don't buy it.
135 is the bet. Free bet from Jimmy with King 10 of Hearts. Caitlin with Queen 9 suited. Says, I'm going to come along.
Like the Queen 9. Like the King 10. Who wants it more? Let's see it. Big Daddy D going to drop 3 on us.
There's a 9 ball.
Right, top pair, not too shabby. Let's see if Jimmy wants to float out of position if Caitlin fires out bet or not. Caitlin checks and Jimmy c-bets. 110. Caitlin makes a quick call. 520 in the middle. Safe card there for Caitlin. She still feels satisfied in her 9s, but she checks it over one more time. Does Jimmy have the double barrel in him? I think you got to shut down. No hearts on that board. Do pick up a 7 for the gut shot. 10 and the King also live, so Jimmy feels like he has enough, and he fires in a healthy bet, applying a lot of pressure here on Caitlin. 320 snap all in from Caitlin, so not what Jimmy wanted to hear. He's pretty much priced in now, only about 260 to call. He's put in a decent amount of money into this pot.
Jimmy don't play that.
Jimmy apparently does play that, and he has a decision to make for $260. Got to make the call.
5 outs. He does call.
Cards on their back. Let's get naked.
Caitlin says, I'll show. Got
to
a pair
show.
of 9s.
They were deciding to run it once or twice. Looks like they decided to run it 2 times. So first board on its way. Caitlin in good shape at 83% equity. That one's locked up. 2 pair, top 2 for Caitlin. We're going to run it one more time. Can Jimmy go chop chop?
Nope.
And Caitlin will go scoop scoop.
And whoa, she's doing a little dance there.
Whoa.
She's very talented.
Wow, we're singing and dancing.
She was in theater. She said she did that professionally for a while, and she very talented.
I don't think Jimmy will be going to one of her shows, though. Jimmy not pleased, and he's reaching into his pocket for the reload.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
148 in the live chat, growing each and every minute. Thank you so much. Racer Nerd, CVS receipts. I agree that, you know, when you go to a CVS, you get these, you buy, you know, maybe a pack of M&Ms and you get a receipt that's 4 feet long. Why? Don't understand
And
it.
you know what I tell him?
What? No receipt?
No thanks. Put that in the trash. Thanks.
Yeah.
And I'm
that's
out
what
the
I
door.
do.
You
But
wait there while they print out the entire roll.
Every now and then you get like $5.
Well, you probably stay there for the little coupon there.
Sometimes
Get you a
it's
little
cash.
excited, right?
Sometimes it's cash.
Oh,
You can use it as cash.
Yeah. Then you probably go home and say, "Hey, honey, look what I got you." And you hand her a coupon.
I did see, though, that in the news that CVS was closing 900 of its stores. So if you work for
that?
CVS, I'm
Walgreens
sorry about
takeover or what?
that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. People doing their
No, he's like a tall black.
shopping and healthcare different during the
Online?
pandemic. And you'd think CVS would skyrocket. But anyway,
Well,
saw
who's
the
ever
news.
sick, that's where they go.
Yeah.
Go down to that little aisle, touch a little bit of the Mucinex. Oh no, maybe I need the Tylenol. Sneeze here, cough there, and then boom, you're the next victim.
Yeah.
Sorry, Walgreens. Sorry, CVS. shop online.
They always seem like next door to each other. 105 is the bet. Aaron and Notorious.
Kind of like Card Club.
Kind of like La Quinta and Denny's used to be. You know what La Quinta means in Spanish.
Wow, what a La Quinta
La Quinta,
shout out.
La Quinta,
And Denny's.
La Quinta in Spanish means next to Denny's. Here comes the turn, a jack. Neither player with a jack.
I thought it was Waffle House.
Flush draw. Aaron with the nut flush draw. Notorious going to make a play here.
He's one for making plays.
He doesn't come from Idaho just to call.
Aaron not folding, though, for this amount with the ace of diamonds. 120. I wouldn't mind a raise there from Notorious. TJ in early position. Really no chance he's holding a deuce. You're holding the ace of diamonds there, so would not have minded a raise there from Aaron, but he elects just to flat. He still has the best hand. Let's see if Notorious will go for it here on the river or shut down. Goes check, check, and Aaron will take it down with ace high.
I want to wish everyone, as Skull did earlier tonight, a very happy Thanksgiving, especially to our people of Chatsville. Can't thank you enough for what we've done together as a team in 2021. What a year it's been, and it's great to give thanks. Thanksgiving, my favorite holiday of all time, food, football, and no gifts. And just a great time of year to just be thankful, be around the people who mean something to you in life. So hope everybody enjoys a little turkey and stuffing, dressing, whatever you call it in your part of the world. A little gravy.
Dressing?
Dressing. In Texas they call stuffing dressing.
Really?
Yes.
I've never heard that before.
Yep.
That's erroneous.
No, I'm telling you.
Stuffing is stuffing.
I agree. I call it
Dressing is what
stuffing.
you put on your salad.
Yeah.
Dressing.
Here comes a big raise, 2 black chips. And he's got the 7 deuce, and he's going to take it home, I bet.
Shows
He does.
it. Ship the money.
And ship the biscuits. Everybody give him a $25 biscuit. That's how you do it, folks.
Quick folds all around. Nobody sniffed it out. It's always nice to size up your raises in the 7 deuce. Whenever the 7 deuce game is on, you can get away with a lot more higher opens with your premium holdings.
Right.
To try and balance that out, you know?
It's the second time we've seen the 7 deuce try tonight. They're 1-1. TJ could make it work. Aaron could not make it work. TJ wins a pot, pours himself some bourbon. Russo says in Scotland we call stuffing skirly. Russo, do you know Scotland? He's a player we
Trivia
really
question.
love.
What was Scotland's first username in chat? Do you remember, old man?
R2D2?
Incorrect, but close.
Very close. R2 something.
RDN22.
RDM22.
Good try. You don't know, you're not. Thought you'd be better with your stream trivia, Rick.
Hello, Coach Summers. Good to see you.
What's up,
Racer
Coach?
nerd. Nakia may be a little late. She
She's
was
a little
hosting a
busy.
party.
Yeah, she was a little ill last night, too.
Uh-oh. It's not good.
But she showed up like a champ today, throwing a little early Thanksgiving meal at her residence.
Yes, Wes, we will be doing a stream this Thursday.
Racer Nerd knows the answers to all the top trivia questions, unlike Slick. Russo knows Scotland. Of course Russo knows his own kind. Come on, Rick. Aces for El Guapo. He said, be easy on me, Slick and Skull. My daughters are watching.
Hello, daughters, guapo. Niñas.
King 310. Rick working on his Espanol. No hablas Espanol aquí.
Future wife, Nina. That's what Nina is, daughter. Nina. Here comes a call from Notorious, and Caitlin is going to come along with
What she
top pair.
believes to be top pair, but El Guapo has her covered. Notorious makes the call with middle pair 10s as well.
4-ball. Meaningless 4, and here comes the big bet from El Guapo. 250. TJ gets out of the way. Caitlin, does she believe the story here?
I think she's going to end up folding.
The 6 is not a very good kicker, and she lets it go.
Good fold. Caitlin's radar was up. Gave El Guapo credit for a made hand, and aces had her covered and in pretty bad shape, so very good lay down by her. She seems to be locked in tonight, so she's going to be one to watch as the stream moves forward.
Yeah, congratulations to Caitlin. She is doing her hardest, and she's off to a great start. Quitting smoking. So, cigarettes. She hadn't smoked a cigarette in 2 weeks. She said she's been smoking for a long time. So we want to give her all the encouragement she needs, because it can't be too easy. Although I have never got into the smoking of cigarettes, I understand it is very difficult to quit.
Smoking of cigarettes, Rick never got into. Interesting.
Tobacco cigarettes.
Anybody's ever in Las Vegas when Rick is there, you might find him for an autograph session at Planet 13.
It's legal. 75 is the bet from Jimmy with Ace Jack offsuit.
Thought they were going to name a new strand, Slick Strand.
Yeah, that would be nice. Roger's Treasure Hunting Emporium says kudos to Rick for that butterball joke the other day.
Must have missed that one.
Hopefully you can use it. You
Oh,
heard it.
butterball, yeah.
That'll be told around
that one's weak.
kitchen tables this week. How many minutes does it take your family, people of Chatsville, you know, whoever's cooking the meal, whether it's you, your wife, whoever's cooking the meal, after people get seated and start eating, how many minutes, the over-under of the first person who says, I'm full? I believe it's 15 minutes.
Less.
Over-under.
Less at
You
my
would take
house.
the under?
Yeah.
I can't eat another bite.
It's less at my house.
You work 2 hours. You work 6 hours to prepare the meal, or longer.
Yeah.
And in 15 minutes, it's over.
Oh, man. Sativa Slick in the building.
Somebody asked me today, Slick Rick, are you, do you play on Poker Bros? I said, no. They go, there's a guy that's calling himself Slick Rick on Poker Bros. Imposter.
It's me.
So we got a flip here.
Not a standard flip with
Eli.
King 7 of Hearts, but it is live.
Eli,
Three
three
betting.
bets. Eli's, you know, we have over 12,000 members at the lodge. Eli's number 243. That means he was there the first month or two that the lodge ever existed.
I got to be right back.
Here comes the flop. 3, 5, 6. Straight draw now for Notorious. But Eli's ace way in the lead. He's going to continue his story. Looks like he made it 250. He does. Dakota Hill saw him on Poker Bros. It's not me. I do not play Poker Bros. Tony says he's number 230 of members at the lodge. That's impressive. Anybody under 1,000 got here very early. I'm 2630, so I'm even early, but not. If you're in the hundreds, it's kind of like a badge of honor. Somebody out there is actually number 1. Joined a poker club, was the first member. Imagine. He had to wait for 8 other members to start playing. $184 in the live chat, moving right along as we get 35 minutes into the program. That you see the VPIPs. Got another straddle, $10, 2-5-10. Raise from Jeremy with the Dos Hermanos, pocket jacks to 35. El Guapo comes along. Notorious TJ with Jack 10 suited comes along. And Eli. Got a lot of action players tonight. Back over to Jimmy, who was in the straddle. Re-raises it to 235. Puts 200 on top with his ace queen. Jeremy's going nowhere with his jacks. Guapo with the same hand as Jimmy now has thoughts, and he'll make the call. And Notorious TJ comes along.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Escalated quickly. So we'll go 4 ways to a flop. As the players are also watching the Tampa Bay game, New York game. Ace, Queen, 5. Bingo, bango, bango. 2 pair for Jimmy and El Guapo. A straight draw for Notorious. Wow. 200 is the bet. All right. Actually 300. Jimmy and El Guapo's going nowhere. He pushes it all in.
Yeah, I like it. I
El
like
Guapo.
it. Power Guapo. Get it all in there, Guap. Jimmy has been, he makes the call. Quick call. How many times they want to run it?
Doesn't matter.
It might. Oh, no, it's already ace queen. I thought this was pre-flop. No, it's top 2. Oh, we're going chop chop.
Top.
El Chapo.
El Chapo.
From El Guapo to El Chapo. One of the players at the table had a family emergency.
Uh-oh.
So everything's okay. But I made a replacement, so that's why I just left the booth. And we have a gentleman coming in from London, fan of the stream, first timer in for the holidays. So in about a half hour, we will see
a young fella.
Yeah, young fella, middle-aged.
Oh, middle-aged. Okay, because there were 2. I posted on my Instagram at Slick Rick Lodge. 2 young kids.
I saw that. It's not them.
Okay.
New guy. His name is Han, H-O-N, and he'll be joining us here shortly.
We're big in the UK.
Bigger in
Huge
the
in
Netherlands.
the Netherlands. You know, those 2 guys from England.
When was that?
This was like
a couple days ago?
3 or 4 days ago. They pulled me aside in their great accent.
You were at the 1-2 table, check raising some tourists?
We're sitting there, and they're saying, you know, we came to the United States. We had the whole United States to visit. We chose Austin because we had to come to the lodge because we loved the live stream. So how about that?
And you know, they have a great direct flight from Austin to Heathrow.
Yes.
That's a factor, for sure.
That could be it.
They didn't ask where Skull was, huh? They only
they
wanted
didn't.
to give Slicky a little rub down, that's it.
We took a picture.
Okay.
Good kids.
Guess I got work to do over there in the UK. But Wimpy's telling everybody about poker night at the lodge in table 11. Where?
Under the lights.
Aces for Aaron. The bullets. Caitlin raises it on up to 35. She's going to hear the bad news because there's a new price to play. Looks to be $1 and a squirt.
Scotland's in the house.
Scotland in the building. What's up, Scotland? Roger.
His ears must have been burning when we asked what his original name was.
R2D2.
R2D2. That's what I guessed.
That Yoda up here in the bunker must be throwing you off.
You got a Yoda too for your little dog.
Yeah, Sharon's in the chat right now. She is. Bailey loves that little dog toy. I got Dad in the chat too. Shout out to Steve. He's in town. He's my witness.
Finally met Mr. Reisman. Very nice gentleman.
Bailey loves that damn toy. So Sharon knows her dog toys. Notorious TJ up at the top on the VPIP chart. That's what you like to see. Didn't come from Idaho to be folding his 2 cards.
Johnny Tidorf says, can't wait to be on the stream a week from Wednesday.
Let's go, Johnny. Come on down. Get comfortable quick.
200 now in the live chat. We're growing.
Thank you again, Sharon. She really does like it. You pick some good gifts.
Scotland says RDN 22, not R2D2. Racer Nerd, my night is always made a little bit better after hearing Slick Rick deliver Under the Lights. There you go. El Guapo looks down at Queen 5 suited. I'm going to have to get a hat like El Guapo. I've been thinking about hats. You know, we talked about Heisenberg's hat. Can't do that one. Can't rock that one. But I could rock El Guapo's hat right there.
Not with your mesh shorts.
No, I'd have to put jeans on, boots. I got boots.
Please put some jeans on.
For the love of God, please put some
pants on. God.
I may wear a robe into the bunker on Wednesday
We're
night.
not at the rec center.
Ooh, there's a purple chip sighting. That's $500, folks. Purple chips, $500. Black chips, $100. Green chips are $25. Red chips are $5, and the blue chips are $1. Alex Big Daddy D in the box. Hoping that he's wanting us not to call him Big Daddy D in a few months when he loses all the weight.
We'll call him
that
Little
he is.
Daddy D.
Little Daddy D.
Little Daddy. Yeah, he's working hard on that, so shout out to Alex.
Yes, shout out. We're in his corner.
Absolutely. I said I wanted to see him drinking a soda so I could just baby slap it right out of his hands.
Working his ass off. They've been using him as a, he's right there. They've been using him as a decoy the entire time. I don't think he has a carry.
Bosnia Forever says he was eating stuffed cabbage midstream.
They're just trying to be unpredictable.
Queen 9-8, 2 pair for El Guapo. Pair of queens, though, for John. And a straight draw for Lama. Guapo bets 70. Lama's going nowhere. Actually, he makes it 150. A little min click. Guapo, 2 pair. Says, I'm going to call.
Might need a nickname for Jeremy. In 7th seat, you know? It can't just be Jeremy.
Another club, yeah.
You know?
Well, with the hat, I'm just going to tell you, with the hat and his good
The
looks,
sheriff?
I was going to call him Woody from Toy Story.
Woody's
He's got the hat.
I like Woody.
He's got the look. He kind of looks like Woody from Toy Story.
Like Woody. Should we just call it Woody right there? We don't usually nail it right off the bat right there, but Woody seems pretty good.
I mean, the hat just did it for me.
Woody.
If you put a picture of Woody next to Jeremy right now, you would say twins.
Let's leave it up to the chat. 1 if you like it, 2 if you don't. Woody.
That's the 7th seat.
Should I let the wizard know right now to change his name from Jeremy to Woody? Because I'll do it. Just ask Salam Boy.
Salon Boy.
If he's watching, or he might have just unsubbed from the channel.
Now forever to be known as Salon Man.
Maybe.
That's your best starter.
The irony is Eli Manning was still playing.
Tam Australia say Woody's good. Aaron gives it a 1. Scotland says, damn, Rick, Woody is a perfect fit. Look at him right there. Woody from Toy Story. There he is, right there.
Yeah, it's Woody.
It's Woody.
I'm letting Wizard know. Right now. Letting him know.
Zoidberg thinks that me and El Guapo are twins. El Guapo got me by a few. Not many. Maybe a few.
Why would you go to the so they changed it to like a football move. Why would you get rid of the easiest fucking ball?
Yeah, I got a snake in my boot. That's the sound. That's the sound card we need for Woody. I got a snake in my boot. Eli folds his 9s. It's notorious 4-bet to 465 with his jacks. Good fold by Eli. Scotland.
Wizard's getting his multitasking skills a little bit higher. They're a little bit higher than normal, than par. Before I even opened the door, he gave me the okay, but I never know what he's doing in there.
Never know. Yeah, people have said that.
Listening.
People think that Skull Mike looks like McGregor, but Notorious TJ.
Does.
You and Notorious could be brothers.
I get that a lot. See, he says he gets that a lot. Usually when my hair's short.
Put it in, you coward.
But he could take it. I got no problem giving him the nickname.
They're already giving Eli hell about the string on it. You know,
Again?
It's the second time.
Is it again?
Again.
I'll go out there and change it. I've done it before.
Eli, please check your strings.
Let me see the string here.
Notorious TJ is working on his VPIP tonight, exercising it. Jack Deuce versus Ace 4. Here's the flop, Queen 10-6. Everybody whiffs on that. Anna's in the chat. Hello, Anna. Always good to see you. Saying go Caitlin. I like Anna. Anna used to deal here at the lodge. Makes great dirty rice. My God.
You and Anna sound like you got some history there. Should Rocky be worried?
No, she
Going
brought
over Anna's house for some dirty rice?
She brought it to the lodge one day, and I just got hooked.
Sure. That's what you can tell the chat. Sure.
It's right.
Sure. Scotland giving me a shot. Saying I'm McGregor with the broken shin. Basically calling me a little bitch. Okay, Scotland, I see you.
Tam Australia says love in the
I'd like
hat.
to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Anderson in the chat. Hello, Anderson.
Yep, Anderson in the building, a big fan of Caitlin, a good friend as well. He's due for a stream visit. It's been a while since we've seen Anderson down here. Bumped into Anderson and Caitlin in Vegas at the Bellagio. They're out there playing.
Yeah.
3-betting Llama again, King, Queen, Diamonds. Llama is a player. And Notorious is as well. Fires in the 4-bet from the big blinds here. Makes it 310.
Very aggressive.
Nick from Yuma says the audio on the sound bites is spot on. Thank you, Nick from Yuma. Your opinion means the world. Here comes a plum. Makes the call.
Here we go. Decent amount in the pot right now. 665. These gentlemen are not super deep yet. The game is still relatively early. Diamond draw and over, so Llama going nowhere.
Wow.
He's likely to check it over. Notorious likely to fire in a probably half or third size C-bet? I imagine so. And then Llama's probably just going to rip it. Yep, goes for a third. And Llama, I think Llama will be raising this all in.
All in.
There you go.
TJ says, I'm out of here.
Be sick if he had some news and just jammed.
And
Out.
Llama wearing his hat very loosely. It's like it could fall off at any moment.
I was thinking the same thing. And Jimmy over there in the 6 seat. The boys with the baseball caps are riding dirty, pretty light. Woody and El Guapo need to teach these guys a lesson on how to wear a hat properly.
Meaning to tell y'all, 3
See?
years ago, I had
Guapo up 545. Notorious down at the bottom after losing 500 in that hand, but I like the maneuver there. Interesting hand there with the 3-bet, the 4-bet. And then the check raise all in jam from the Llama.
232 in the live chat. We are 25 minutes from the joke of the night. One if you like it, two if you don't. Everyone knows the rules. On Thanksgiving week, where a big day tomorrow, the I-35 Cup, coming tomorrow at noon, literally 15 hours from now, is Flight 1A of the I-35 Cup, which is 500K guarantee, in conjunction with our friends from Rounders in San Antonio. Flies in the bunker. How does he get down this far? Don't know. Deuce 4 suited.
He'll be dead soon. Can't breathe. There's not enough oxygen down here for all of us. It's either the fly goes or you go. And the fly's dead. I stepped on him. Squished. Squashed. Guts everywhere.
Jimmy B, the coin man's in the chat. Hello, Jimmy B.
The coin man.
Jeremy Stark. Yo, fellas. Hello.
What's up, Jeremy? Back in the building. Probably going to try and recruit Nick from Yuma to his podcast again.
Yeah, but it's usually one of those ones that has the recirculation. The ones
I'd love to listen to a podcast just interviewing Nick from Yuma. How many, first question out of the block, how many live streams
I assumed like you worked for our US
do you participate in on a weekly basis, Nick from Yuma?
That's fair.
That would be a question I would ask right out of the gun. So important to so many live streams. Our good friend Nick from Yuma. Over to Caitlin with ace-5 offsuit in the small blind. Comes along, as does Eli with 10-6 of diamonds, and Aaron. And the straddle says, let them live. 4 ways to a flop.
I'm due for a little Gladiator watching. I haven't watched Gladiator in a while. One of my favorite movies.
that's
the
great.
old the thumbs up,
Yes.
the thumbs down. Classic.
I love that movie.
Am I not merciful?
Looking forward to it when we're going to Italy to seeing the Colosseum.
Oh, I've been there.
Going. Did you see that they recently discovered, or 2 years ago, I guess, Caligula's temple?
Missed that one. But thank you for
Four
informing me.
4 of spades on the turn. And Aaron with his aces way out in the lead because he's got a little bit better kicker than Caitlin.
Aaron's got her out kicked currently. 160. He doesn't look too interested. Makes the call.
Oh, Scotland. That's funny. Here we go to the river. Big Daddy D is going to give it to us. A 6 on the river, so Aaron is going to lock this up. But Caitlin's going to make a run at it. 375.
As Aaron scratches his head, he's a bit perplexed. Raising definitely out of the cards here. A call or fold, makes the call, and he's going to be good. 7 will play. Bad news for Caitlin. Good call by Aaron.
Wow. Gotta like that bet, though.
Good bet.
Aaron's kicker.
Quick call indeed. Didn't take too much time.
Scotland makes a good point. They should make the I-35 main event to reflect the traffic on I-35 2-hour levels.
Where is Scotland? Been seeing him hiding underneath his sheets, his blankie. Perhaps it's a little bit cold outside. He's usually at the lodge every evening. Where is Scotland? Might need to put him on a milk carton.
Scotland,
If he
where are
even
you?
drinks milk.
Scotland binked one of the big tournaments in Millionaire Mayhem. He finished, what did he finish, 4th? What did he cash for, like 55?
Some might call it a choke.
That was a good win.
Others might call it a bink.
55K, I think, was his cash. Millionaire Mayhem. Scotland, can I buy a piece of you in the
Scotland-
I-35 Cup?
Scotland owes me millions for introducing him to one of the greatest waffle places in all of Lost Wages. Tried inviting you there, but you turned me down. I would have pinned you for a waffle eater.
Oh, I like waffles, but don't have them too often.
Just ask Scotland if the place was not the nuts.
Nice.
He'll shoot you straight.
Going for some waffles. Jimmy, El Guapo, and Notorious TJ going to this flop from Big Daddy D. There's a queen. So Jimmy and El Guapo both hit top pair on a queen 6-4. El Guapo reaching for all sorts of chips. Looks like he makes it 80. Fold by Notorious. I don't think Jimmy's going anywhere. He may raise it here. See where he's at. Always good to know where you're at. No, he just calls. Yeah, Kirby Lane's pretty good for pancakes. Check. Jimmy and El Guapo goes to the river. Deuce of diamonds. El Guapo is going to win.
That's your favorite card in the deck.
Deuce of diamonds. Story behind that, but here comes a buck and a squirt bet from Jimmy. He's going to try to steal it. El Guapo's going nowhere. He ain't scared. Give the pot to El Guapo.
El Guapo quickly becoming one of your favorite players, Rick. I can just sense it.
He's just a nice guy,
In your
man.
sweet tone.
I'm just surprised that he's not. This is his first ever appearance on our show because he's here a lot.
It's a little scary sometimes on table 11. Takes a
Under
little,
the lights.
I didn't point at you like the circus animal that you are. I wasn't ready for that. Don't scare me like that.
Brady's like, these fucking idiots.
I lost my train of thought now.
253
Yikes.
in the
Under the lights!
In the
You
lock.
see?
There you
How
go.
can you continue when you just get it when you least expect it?
That looks like a
15 minutes for the joke of the night one if you like it too. If you don't, everyone knows.
Good
the
one
rules.
tonight or bad one?
It's a good one, I think.
I missed the last one. I didn't get a chance to run it back.
you guys lucky on that.
But
It's a little long.
Chad says it was a hit, though.
3rd and 20. Brady's got to do
It was. I had done the one I had previously done. It's a duck joke.
El Guapo heating up. Pocket pair for each. I'll take the 6s. Since you have a crush on El Guapo, you'll take the 10s. You know what it's for.
Should I fix you some sandwiches?
One of your 10s.
So I'm tens.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't
it
give
was
me the
before the
tens.
10. It was before the 10 was out there from Aaron. So don't
Oh
call
my
any bullshit
God,
on that.
oh my
You're
God.
down 1. Sorry, we might not even see it.
Oh my
Jeremy with the
God.
7 deuce, or should we call him Woody?
He's Woody.
He's just gonna make the call, tread lightly.
Ooh, the 7 deuce.
There's another 10.
We are playing. Oh, so I'm
No,
trying.
no, that's the same 10. Sorry. How about a 6 one time for 2 sandwiches? Oh, there it is. Ship it. There
Should I
it
fix you
is.
some sandwiches?
Plus,
How do
plus
you,
2
I
on
didn't
some
even get a
sa-
choice. You can't
plus
just
2,
give me.
+2 on
I will pay the
sandwiches.
bet, but you can't
Please.
just give me. You
You-
got to let me choose.
You know what? Save the crying for another day. It's embarrassing.
That's
It's
horrible.
embarrassing.
All 10s are out. You get the 10s.
Now, only one was out, and the bet was you can run it back on the tape, so I wasn't chipping you. That's 2 sandwiches, +2.
Somebody who knows Espanol, please translate what Rico Live said. No hay miedo en el guapo. El pondrá a sus hijos a dormir y comer su cena. So somebody please
What?
translate that. Something about sleeping and eating.
How do you know? Now you're going down
daughters.
a dangerous road. Suppose they would have wrote something completely scandalous there, and you just read it out in your finest Espanol that you could put together.
I trust.
You trust too many people.
I trust the vlog.
I am going to
trust-
specifically get one of my buddies to write something completely inappropriate, and I'm going to have you read it.
It's happened before.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. You're going down a dark, dark road, Rick. Dark, dark road.
Rico says,
No end in
El
sight.
sandwich favorite of Slick Rick.
It's the Italian extra hot peppers. If you ever want to order Rick a sandwich, the Italian extra hot peppers, everything on it.
Ooh, Tony says he said, put the kids to bed and eat their food. There you go. Tony with the translation. All in from Notorious TJ.
Guapo's got to head for the hills here. Time to surrender those 10s, put him to bed. Does indeed do so. Nice fold from El Guapo. And Notorious wins a little bit money back. He was in the red, clawing back to even.
Nick from Yuma, Slicky Ricardo, yes.
Whenever Rick gets down a couple sandwiches, the excuses start coming in.
Well,
the whining.
Okay, Mike.
Rick, I
Here
already,
you go,
Rick, I already
10s and
explained.
6s. You take 10s.
I
I just saw all 10s out. You take 10s.
No, Rick. The bet was out there before I even saw that the 10 was in play. So
it
there you
should-
go.
it should
And
have
you
been null and void.
just confessed your love to El Guapo on the previous hand. So the gentleman in me says, I'll give you Guapo's hand, and I'll take TJ's.
I will give you your sandwich.
That's right. You damn well. And
It'll
it's-
be a coupon.
It's +2. And I'm not getting it anytime soon because I got plenty of leftovers already from Thanksgiving. It hasn't even started. I already have leftovers. So this is going to happen
Lots
in
of
December.
leftovers. Maybe 2022.
I might even be up like 12 sandwiches
No.
by then. Could feed a family of 12. Sandwiches for all. Courtesy of Slick Rick. Thank you very much. El Guapo, our big winner so far, 582. Notorious still stuck, 478.
Jay Taco says that meant El Guapo has no fear. He will put his kids to sleep and eat his dinner.
Derek, you know that's what we do. We argue here. It's all about arguing. Don't get in the middle, then we're going to start arguing with you. You don't want to be involved.
I would just say to Skull Mike, en boca cerrada no entran moscas. That means in a closed mouth, flies do not enter. There you go. A new player's coming.
Seat 8 is our boy Han. He'll be going as H-O-N Han. He is our London boy. All the way from the UK. Shout out to Han.
Austin Powers sitting in seat 8.
Austin Powers? That's just a British reference?
British reference.
Really? That's the best you can do?
Hey, I already gave you Woody tonight.
That's
And I gave you
you
Salon Boy.
You should
on
have stopped
Saturday.
there. Woody was good. You were the founder of Salon Boy. That was a
Yes.
group effort.
If go rewind the tape.
I don't
Salon Boy
fully
came from out of my mouth.
I don't fully recall. You're good with your nicknames. I'll give you that. I'm not afraid.
Ooh, Nick from Yuma comes Obi-Han Kenobi. Oh, Yuma. See, Yuma does
Obi-Han.
something different with his nicknames. He kind of takes the person's name and kind of interprets it into another character. I look at the person and I say, what can we name this
You
person?
you said Austin Powers. It's terrible.
It's terrible. I agree.
Thank you.
That one was terrible.
Pressing your luck.
You
on a
can't hit a
Monday.
home run if you don't get up at the plate and start swinging.
Now you're batting 1 for 2. You're batting 1,000. That's a lot better than 500.
3 ways to a flop. Ace, queen, 6, Skittles. Pair of aces for Notorious. Pair of queens for El Guapo. Squadouche for Eli. And he gets out of the way.
Yeah, Eli's been a little bit card dead. I think he's got some action on this Giants-Bucks game, too, so he's watching the football
Watching
game.
that.
Maybe he needs to start check-raising some of these fools. El Guapo and Notorious one more time. Another 6. Votes for both players. Guapo goes for $75 of value. What will Notorious make this one? Goes for $225. Nice sizing, gonna get called. No, Notorious thinks there's a chop, but his 6 is full of aces, better than the 6 is full of queens. And El Guapo loses a little bit chunk of his stack, but he's still playing well tonight.
Jay Taco says, Rick, I'm impressed with your Spanish accent, sir. Cumulative winnings, Aaron up 580, Llama up 460. Throwing the party tonight is Jimmy in seat 6, down 869. A pizza party for 25. 8 minutes away from joke of the night. One if you like it, two if you don't. Everyone knows the rules.
Derek wants to make a bet with me that seat 8 is going to win over 1,000 on the stream tonight. Derek, are you local in town? I don't recall. And it's definitely not for a coupon. I want cold hard cash. But I am intrigued, Derek. I might take your action. I'm already up 2 sandwiches for Rick, so I'd be quite the nit if I don't want to put one back in play.
Caitlin with ace queen raises it up to ace to 90.
I'm interested, Derek. Tell me more, Derek. See? You're going to start getting scared and not wanting to bet sandwiches, but I got the chat to bet sandwiches because you're scared. Right?
I'm not scared. 865, 2 hearts,
2
2
pair.
pair for Notorious.
Come on now. What's his name?
200 from Notorious. Caitlin's going to get out of the way. I would think.
Nakia dropping in to say hello. Hello, Nakia. Thank you for that beautiful meal. Appreciate you.
Nakia, sorry I did not make it. I did have a conference call late. Took it from the lodge here, but heard it was a fantastic party. Fun had by all.
I'm rooting for our new boy to lose 1,000. So if he wins $9.99, I'm a winner. Keep that in mind. Plus $9.99 for our boy Han, and I win a sandwich.
Dr. Ryan says that soundbite was obnoxious.
Dr. Ryan, really?
Come on, Dr. Ryan.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
How's that one, Dr. Ryan?
Ooh, Nakia says chat's giving next year. Let's get a date. I like that idea. Nakia just hops in the chat, drops something special. Chat's giving. Very nice. Han with ace-8 offsuit just sat down at the table. He's going to raise it on up. El Guapo with his Doyle Brunson folds, as does Llama. TJ just sipping on that bourbon, trying to empty another bottle. Popping bottles.
Our boy Han buying for, I thought he bought it for 1,500.
I won't stop until I'm completely in.
5 minutes away from Joke of the Night. One if you like it, two if you don't. Everyone knows the rules. Please give us a like. The overtime number tonight, we initially set it at 250. I think that's what we're going to go with, 250. $10 straddle by Notorious.
I gotta drive home too. Watch this live stream. They wait for you to go out there and drive. They stay over. Like that fucker, I saw him drink 8 bourbons.
Woody.
There he is.
Hello,
Woody.
hello. Enter Woody in the 7th seat.
I like that.
Welcome.
They still never copped an awesome.
Looks like Woody is going to come in on cue.
To infinity and beyond. Shout out
like
to our
that.
boy Buzz.
That'd be awesome.
They're targeting exactly 9 people.
If you look really closely on the bottom of seat 7's right shoe, you will see the word Woody.
How about them Cowboys?
Uh-oh. Brace for it.
Give him a nickname. Enter more chips.
9, 7, 10, 2 diamonds. Aaron does have a backdoor nut diamond draw. Aaron with the other earring on the other ear. 2 earring Aaron. There's a 10 ball. Kings and 10s for Woody.
Well, they just do like the live thing where they just talk. It's pretty good. I don't really love
Dead to one of the 3 aces that are remaining. Aaron says, I'm going to fire at it. Buck and a squirt. Woody, does he come over the top right here?
Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's leaning on just flatting here, seeing what Aaron does on the river. Makes the call, and to a river we go.
There's a 3 ball, so Woody's going to have it. You were right, Sharon. I am wrong. The word you would see on the bottom of the shoe is Andy, the owner of Woody. You're right. My bad. That's why you are the Yoda of Chatsville. A bet from Woody. Reaching for chips. Looks like 320, I would
Aaron will
bet.
not be calling. What's up, Daniel J?
Welcome to the party, pal.
Yes, Carlos, it does say Andy. We settled that. Thank you for the correction.
Joke of the night after this hand or next, Slicky?
Depends how quickly Aaron calls, because it's 9:13.
He's not calling.
He's just Hollywooding.
He's not calling. If anything, he might fire in a raise, but after this much time and scratching your head, eyes. I'm not one to be scratching eyes at the card table, by the way. Pink eye may be incoming for Aaron tomorrow morning. Who knows? Wait and see. But he'll be folding.
Today, Junior?
Thinking of an ace-high hero call, perhaps? Maybe an 8 that has missed? He's got the ace of diamonds, so unlikely. Oh, he gets away. Okay.
Okay, here's the joke of the night as Woody takes down the pot. 1 if you like it, 2 if you don't. Everyone knows the rules. The man is on the beach walking along, and he stumbles across a bottle, a genie bottle, and he pops open the genie bottle. Genie comes out, says, "Thank you for letting me out. I've been in there for 500 years. I'm going to grant you a wish." Man looks at the genie and says, "I would like to have a large penis." Poof, the genie grants the wish, and 5 minutes later it grows 6 inches. 10 minutes later it grows another 1.5 feet. An hour later it's on the ground. He starts getting scared. He runs after the genie. Says, "I need another wish." Genie says, "What?" He goes, "Can you give me longer legs?" There's your joke of the night. 1 if you like it, 2 if you don't. Everyone knows the rules. Short but sweet. Skull Mike.
I don't know. Second. It's good. I'll give it a 1.
300 in the wow.
Longer,
300 in the
it could have been better than longer legs, but we'll take it.
What would you have gone?
I don't know. Not quite sure. I thought you were going to go. I thought he was going to try and chop some of it off. Do something, go somewhere. I didn't know it was going to be that short. I like the length.
You like the length. I like to keep them
Yeah,
short. Derek,
short is good.
Derek is the first two. Lots of ones, few twos.
It's good. It's good.
Scotland gives it a 1. Jimmy B, the coin man, gives me a 1. Jazzbo.
It's good.
There we go. Looks like a home run. Dead center.
We'll see. We'll see. Could be a solo shot. Yeah, it's a homer.
The rare 1 from, as Sharon Barr said, from Skull Mike. He's only given me 4 in his lifetime.
It's good. Bill Weber doesn't like it. King 9-5, 2 clubs, top pair for Caitlin. A 5 for El Guapo.
There we go.
Give it a while. It's the holiday season. I don't want you to go home and cry under your blankie.
There you go.
The length of the joke there, Wizard.
Yes.
Yeah, see what I did there? Wizard likes the joke.
Bruce Folger, go back in time, 10 seconds, and find the joke. All jokes, especially if they're 1 minute or less, which this one was, I post on my Instagram, at Slick Rick Lodge. I think I have 52 jokes on my Instagram that you can revisit and laugh to your heart's content. Or study and before you go to your holiday, your Thanksgiving party, and you'll entertain the whole table with great jokes. You don't even have to give me credit because I stole every one of them. Caitlin with kings. All in for 1,500. She says that I'm going to draw the line in the sand right now, and she's going to take it down. Caitlin is a crusher. She said she was out in Vegas a couple weeks ago. As you mentioned, you saw her. She said she had 4 sessions, 5-10, and won every session. Good for her.
Yeah.
See one standing on 500.
She's our big winner so far, up 8-15.
Like to see it. Like to see it.
Nobody getting too touched up yet. Still treading lightly. Into the second period we go. Hit those like buttons, people. If anybody wants to play in this game, follow that scroll. We need more players. Going into the new year, visit thelodgelive.com. Fill out that questionnaire. I receive all of those completed questionnaires, and I get in touch with 99% of the people that fill them out. So if you want to play, don't be afraid, or message me directly at Skull Mike Poker on Instagram. Those are the ways to get in touch with me if you want to play here under the lights here at the Lodge.
I was. I'm not joking. I really was.
308 of you in the live chat and growing. Cumulative winnings, Caitlin up. Remind everybody, if you're anywhere near the Round Rock, Texas area, come on to the Lodge this week. We are having our 500K guarantee. It is a $500 buy-in. I believe you get 30,000 chips and you get a 30-minute level. So there you go. And we'll have 2 flights tomorrow, noon and 6 p.m., 2 flights Wednesday, noon and 6 p.m. We will be closed on Thursday. Do not come to the Lodge on Thursday. We are closed for Thanksgiving. But on Friday, come back. We'll have 2 flights Friday and 2 flights
Are you sure we're
Saturday.
completely closed? I thought we were opening at late, at like 6 o'clock. Are you 100% certain on that?
I was told we were closed, but we will confirm that.
Recently?
Yeah, but
All right, then you might be right. We need to double check on that. I'm not 100% sure.
I will send a couple texts.
Yeah. Jack's for Woody. So ever since you changed his name, wakes up with Cowboys, now wakes up with the Hooks. Aaron with a suited ace-queen of clubs. Llama with a pretty 7-6 of diamonds. So this hand is interesting. Multiple suited Broadway hands, a large pocket pair, and a sneaky 7-6. 75 to go, and Aaron makes it now 380. So a very, very large 3-bet from Aaron.
Last I heard, we close 6 a.m. on Thanksgiving morning and don't reopen.
Okay, you might be right. I think we should double check.
No, at 6 p.m. we are open on Thanksgiving night.
So
No tournaments.
Now you can apologize to the chat, lodge ownership, and myself.
Why? I said I didn't know for sure. Yes, we open at 6 p.m., closed from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So we are closed from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Thanksgiving. But there are no tournaments on Thanksgiving, none whatsoever, just cash. So if you eat your turkey.
Can't apologize, huh?
I said I might be wrong.
I said I might be wrong.
It's one thing.
But I'm right.
Woody, look at here. Woody, tough decision.
Woody's
here.
in trouble as Aaron spikes the queen on him. Come on down to the lodge after you get sick and tired of your family. There's always that annoying cousin or two. Brother or sister might get too drunk. Father-in-law, mother-in-laws. Come on down to the lodge after 6 o'clock. Play some cards, win some money, have a good time. Woody not having a good time after that flop. Turn no help. 1.6 in the middle here, pot brewing.
I think you should come and bring your brother-in-law that you had to listen to all day into the lodge and just beat him out of all of his money. So bring your brother-in-law into the lodge on Thanksgiving. Just kidding. All in for $1,200 with the queen with the ace kicker. Woody has one out.
Yeah, tough spot for Woody. Well played hand here from Aaron. Just comes down to, is Woody a believer? Is this man bluffing me with perhaps ace king? Maybe a heart draw? Gives him credit, and rightfully so, as Aaron had him beaten. He'll take down a nice sized pot.
I'm really sorry. If you took a picture of Woody in seat 7 and the actual Woody from Toy Story, dead ringer, with the hat.
Dr. Ryan, welcome to the chat. Not very familiar with your screen name. Friendsgiving, this is a family here at Chatsville, and the lodge is a big family, so there was a gathering today, this afternoon, with about 50, 60 people, and we had a Thanksgiving meal. So it's not with all direct family, aka Friendsgiving. And everybody in the chat here is family. We do this Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So if you love poker, you love having a good time, you love staying positive and enjoying yourself, bringing no negativity, welcome to the party and enjoy the stream. You are welcome here.
Absolutely.
TJ, King Queen offsuit. It's going to make it a little bit more expensive to play. Punish the limpers. Sorry, El Guapo. Eli's been very card
quiet.
dead. Very quiet, very card dead, but usually that doesn't stop him, but he's perhaps getting a little bit tilted, sitting there and folding consistently. Monotone flop, 7-4-3, all hearts. Guapo spikes top pair, and he will lead at this flop.
Are you serious, Jaspo? You're coming? Awesome. Can't wait to see you. Says he's locked up his Airbnb and coming for the I-35 Cup.
Jacuzzi or no jacuzzi?
Jaspo.
He's probably got a date with that.
With the hairdresser.
Yeah, for sure.
If not, he's going to get a haircut. Rebecca says, what are the best days and locations to play high stakes in Austin? Well, the lodge is where you want to play. We've got
Saturday night?
Saturday night's a good night.
Friday night?
Friday night's a good night.
Monday or Wednesday, these games get pretty deep. Come on down, Rebecca. Follow those instructions on the bottom of the screen, thelodgelive.com. Fill out the questionnaire or message me directly at SkullMikePoker on Instagram. Jazbo is definitely coming for a date. Doctor of Love. Give that man some blue pills and perhaps a password to some late night TV, because you know he's going to be busy.
No, I think he actually tried for
I'm thinking about playing my tournament bullet on Friday. That's my thought.
Laser reads on Jazbo. He's got the jacuzzi. He's meeting up with the hairdresser. Little cards. He's all good.
Jazbo's living the dream. Here comes the flop from Big Daddy D. There's ace, ace, queen. So this is a problem flop. Aaron flops trips, but Llama and Caitlin have the queen. This could get interesting.
God damn it, I thought you loved me.
75, and I think Aaron's just going to flat call here.
He had to have sex with me, that's still like...
He does. Wants to bring everybody in, although Llama gets away from his two pair.
He was, totally. At 45 seconds, he was like, this is terrible.
9-ball. Aaron's won this hand. Just a matter of how much. 4 of hearts on the river.
Something to keep myself interested in this game. My cards are just so bad. Holy cow.
160 is the bet.
I mean, you 3-bet when I had 4 cents.
Caitlin's reaching for chips.
Thrilled about it.
Nice sizing there from Aaron.
She makes the call. He shows the ace.
Yep, milky sizing. Very nice bet. Gets paid.
Milky.
You didn't try any of Notorious's whiskey, huh? It's pretty.
I'm not a bourbon drinker.
Sometimes you just got to step up to the plate.
Didn't like it.
Didn't try it.
No, but I don't like bourbon. There you see a picture of the lodge front half of the room. A Big O tournament is going on every Monday night. It's a great tournament. If you're trying to learn the game of Big O, Big Mitt, whatever you want to call it, it is a great tournament because it's only a $50 buy-in. So if you make a mistake, it's $50 a pull. And a great way to learn that game, it's 5-card high-low Omaha. Must play 2 cards, but you can play 2 different cards for the high, 2 different cards for the low if you need to. Fun game, a lot of action, a lot of split pots, obviously, but
Matty J in the building. Shout out to Matty J.
What's the matter, dog? You in Paris? This guy's a gangster? His real name's Clarence.
Gotta always fire that one in when Matty J comes into the chat.
Jimmy B, hey Slick, I can't play in the cup. Do you know anybody who would sell me 10% action for, say, $65? I think probably a lot of people would sell you 10% action. Jimmy B, especially for 65 bucks. Good little markup for somebody. But I'd say me, Jimmy B, but number one, I'm not positive I can play in it on Friday, but and number two, you probably don't want me because I'm what they call dead money. Every now and then. Jimmy Bluffett, you were in Austin. I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, I messaged you, Bluffett. All I heard was crickets.
Wish you could have come on. You can go. Just see if Penza is available. Skull Mike getting the call up to the major leagues. Player down. Skull Mike gets the call, so he's going to exit. We're going to see if we can get Tommy Penza in. If not, I'll run solo. Yeah, Jimmy Bluffett, really wanted to meet you. You're a legend as well. 3-3-4, couple of diamonds. 2 pair, and it's 2 pair for both Notorious and for Han. But Han's in deep trouble. $50 is the bet from Notorious. Han thinks that's a great flop for sevens. Normally it would be. Makes the call. And El Guapo looks down and says, I'm going to need major help. I'll get out of the way. Running straight cards. I think the sevens are done. There's the ace, so there it is. So yeah, it had to be running straight cards. I don't think a 7 is available in the deck.
What if they went to like the Middle East for a boost? Like, how would that work out?
Like, lives were lost for my boost.
King of clubs on the river. That may slow things down even further for Notorious. Maybe Han can make a bet here and rep something. He's going to do it.
Belgium? Where? Poland.
80th bet. And I think that might get there through. It's 280 now. Notorious reaching for chips. And he makes the quick call. And he's going to show 9s. And he's going to take it down. Jimmy Bluffett, next time you're in town, stop by the Lodge Mahal. Say you want to say hello to Slick Rick and Skull Mike.
I messaged Jimmy.
And the Skull Mike, he says his phone was broken, so. Skull Mike.
Are you just running that, or are you just giving everyone?
Don't like playing poker.
I like playing poker. I don't like certain.
One of the great names in the chat community, Jimmy Bluffett. I love Jimmy Bluffett. Parrot Head. Great music. When you're sipping on a little margarita. Or doing something else fun. Rumor has it that Jimmy Buffett wrote his #1 all-time hit, Margaritaville, while he was in the city of Austin back in the 70s. There you go. A little trivia. Big Daddy D gives us a flop 4 ways. Eli with the Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
Ooh. Set over set. Train wreck about to happen, folks. Eli with the set of kings. El Guapo with the set of 5s. Seti Maggette versus Seti Maggette. And Jimmy, oh, by the way, has pocket 8s. And he's thinking, I may be good here. El Guapo's going to raise it on up here. Nope, he just flat calls. Playing a little coy here. Seti Maggette versus Seti Maggette. How about an 8 right here? An 8 would be glorious. 10 of clubs. Now you club draw. We're going to have a guest commentator here in a minute. Somebody who's been in the booth before, but we got set over set. 105 is the bet from Eli. Over to Jimmy. Jimmy is, you don't need to shut it. Keep it open. Jimmy is drawing dead, but contemplating a call here as we welcome into the bunker our longtime friend and future pool owner, Jake Stein.
What's up, Slicky Ricardo?
Jakey Stein.
Knuckles.
Knuckles. We had some good times in Vegas, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but we got a hand right here.
Yes, we do.
Here comes the raise. And Jimmy is zigging while he should be zagging because sets are not going anywhere. He raises to 275. Now, they might think maybe a flush is out there. El Guapo does have backup flush possibilities with his 5 of clubs, but also a set of 5s. Facing 275. Is he just going to call here? Looks like he's pulling out calling chips. I would just put it in there with a set.
Let's see the 8 of club on the river for Max Payne.
Yeah, Max Payne. He just calls the 275, and what's Eli going to do with top set? Thinking, well, there could be a flush out there. Very interesting hand.
Yeah, how many pirates are going to take the boat?
311 in the live chat.
I know, but how many pirate attacks were involved in the making of that whistle?
Let's see what Eli does here. Doesn't have any clubs.
Alex would have thrown the deck at you.
He's putting it all in. There you go. Eli all in for 798. And fold by Jimmy. Now El Guapo, going to be very hard for him to fold. He calls. There we go. El Guapo, 7 outs, looking for a club or a 5. A set over set.
May need a mop and some Lysol for seat 9.
Looking for a club or a 5.
Here it comes.
There's the club! There's the club!
Pay that man his money.
El Guapo comes from way downtown for the club.
The club from space.
6 of clubs from space, and Eli does not know what hit him.
It depends on how loud they want to make it.
Set over set.
Yeah, that hand was nasty.
Holy moly.
Eli just took a kick in the shorts. Poor guy. That's rough.
Big win for El Guapo. And he is, in his first ever live stream, a Lodge regular is saying, this live stream stuff is easy. Just hit a club, as Big Daddy D is doing the multiple pushing of the pot. That's when you know you have a big pot, Jake, is when the dealer, it takes him 4 or 5 times
Yeah, a
to
couple
push all the
motions.
chips.
Yeah, El Guapo came off high from the ropes, and he landed the thunderous elbow right on Eli right there.
Coming to a highlight reel
Yeah.
soon.
That's the kind of bad beat story you hear about in the hallways of the Rio.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I have this guy crushed, man, top set, and he fucking
I mean-
he hits a club on the river, man. Ugh.
I mean, don't all bad beat stories. they just, you know. So I had pocket tens. You know, it's like it always starts off so. Jake Stein, you had a good, decent run in the main event. I believe you made it to day 3.
I got knocked out at the end of day 2.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a pretty gross hand. I had ace-10 suited. I flop a 10. I rip all in. And some guy had pocket 10s, or I'm sorry, pocket kings, and he was trapping. Snapped me off. Dust.
Jake Stein, you spent about a week out there.
I did, man. I was in tournament grind mode. I hopped into the Win Fall Classic, and I made a really deep run there. So I got a lot of my main event buy-in back.
I want to have a bone to pick with you, though.
No, not tonight.
Because I said, Jake, you want to join me for some prime rib? You said, "Well, Rick, I've been eating a lot of steak. I want to, have a light meal tonight." And then next thing I know, you're at a steakhouse with Skull Mike.
No,
What the
man.
hell happened there?
I don't think that's correct.
That is correct.
The plans was always sushi, and then they called an audible like 10 minutes before I show up. And they're like, oh, we're going to another steakhouse.
There you go. All right, I'll give you the benefit on that one.
Yeah. But listen, man, if you're salty, we can always have a do-over.
Yeah.
Take you to we can go have a lunch somewhere. You know what? We're even because I invited you to go have lunch with me at one of my favorite barbecue places, Styles and Switch, up in Cedar Park, and you told me to go pound sand.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You're like, I'm busy. I've got conference calls. I'm elite.
I'm elite. There's hearts for Notorious, and Llama's going to try to take a stab at this with a pair of jacks. And Notorious says, I've got a flush, and I think that's a pretty good hand.
Yeah.
I'm going to call the 115 quickly. And Llama is dead. So we've got a new nickname for Seat 7, our good friend Jeremy. You know Jeremy very well. And so we named him, because he's wearing the cowboy hat tonight, Woody from Toy Story. He looks just like Woody. And there
I heard that, yeah.
The front half of the room, known as Rick's Room. Lodge having a big O tournament and cash going on tonight. So you had a good time in Vegas.
Yeah, I came back a winner, which is always nice. And that money, as you rightly pointed out, got immediately reinvested into the pool. So it is what it is.
And you're going to be playing. I know you're going to Houston to visit some family for Thanksgiving, but you'll be back on Saturday to play in one of the flights for the I-35 Cup.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to fire the noon flight tomorrow.
Okay, very
And
nice.
I think it's going to be a challenge because I predict they're only going to take 12% of the field. There might only be 50 players, so you're looking at like 5 or 6 that bag. So, I mean, that's tough to do, right? Small field, you gotta kind of accumulate.
Yeah, we don't know
mountains.
how many. Yeah, we don't know how many people are going to be playing. But yeah, I mean, I imagine the flights on Friday and Saturday are going to be a lot more crowded, obviously, than Tuesday and Wednesday.
You got a much higher probability of bagging on Saturday noon or Saturday at 6 p.m. Also, Friday. I mean, a lot of people might be coming back, and there's going to be numbers in those events. You know? So.
Wimpy, how are you doing? Wimpy in the Netherlands. Lots of people love Wimpy. Getting the shout out from Fig Nuts, Sharon Barth, Matty J.
Yeah, Chatsville is probably it's the greatest constituency of people in all of the land.
I like to think so. We got a good group. You know, sometimes we have issues, but we always get through them. And I can't say enough. You know, when we in a time to be thankful, I am so thankful for the people of Chatsville.
As am I, Rick.
This show would be nothing without the people of Chatsville.
That is
Chatsville. Anyone know of a restaurant in Round Rock or Austin open for Thanksgiving, not Whataburger? I'm sure there are plenty, Jazzbo. Don't know of any offhand. I'd invite you to ours, but I'm going to my sister's house. But I'm sure there's a lot. You know, the other thing to do, Jazzbo, is you're friends with a lot of the dealers. A lot of the dealers are probably going to get together with something. I was talking to Tom Penza earlier, and I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I think some of the dealers are getting together." So maybe they'll find a place and you can all go together. I know you're good friends with a lot of the dealers. $5 is the call from El Guapo. He says, I'll put $5 for anything with King 7 offsuit. Zach, that's exciting that you hit your first straight flush on Sunday. Won $1,000 hand tube. Awesome. Jimmy Bluffett, thanks for the kind words. Ace 10, 9, 6. Pair of aces for Alama. Pair of nines for Notorious. King on the river. Llama's going to win this hand. Notorious gets out of the way.
So little birdie told me we're going to have a bitter little midge joining the game. Can we get the graphics? You know, if you're listening in there.
Skull Mike will be on the table probably in the next 20 minutes.
I'd like for the graphics to read BLM, bitter little midge.
And Big Daddy D leaves, and Damon the Tatted One, the hot dog eating wonder, is going to don the headset and come in the box. Big Daddy D, got to give it a shout out, and he's really trying his hardest on a program to lose weight, and we're wishing him all the best. He's vlogging about it on YouTube to keep himself accountable. He's just a couple weeks in, and I think he's already had 5 or 7 pounds drop, and we're all behind him. I know how hard it is to lose weight. Ain't easy. Ooh, Sharon Barth gives you a good suggestion. Jasbo. Perry's at the Domain. It's open table. That's a good place to go. And definitely don't go to Whataburger. No offense to Whataburger, but not on Thanksgiving.
No, never. The place is trash. Needless to say, they are not a sponsor.
They're not a sponsor of the show. They may be one day, but
no. All right, so let's talk about some funny things. Let's see, what just happened? Do we have any funny stories from today, Rick?
Funny stories from today?
Yeah.
Not really, but here comes the flop from Damon. 9-10 deuce. Pair of 9s for Aaron. Pocket 5s for Woody.
Yeah, they say you should never really risk more than 10 to 15% of your stack trying to set mine. And I think with this massive bet here from Woody, he's repping a 10 or better. Aaron's got a piece, and he's not going to fold.
It's funny. Scotland says Big Daddy Salad in a few weeks. We'll have to call him Big Daddy Salad. There's the ace on the turn. That's going to slow things down.
Exactly. I mean, he could turn his 5s into a bluff and rep the ace, but I don't think Aaron is going to believe it. Let's see if Woody gets creative here. He's got that twinkle in his eye like he's trying to make a move. Yeah, here comes a purple. This might, yeah, it's going to work. Well played.
Woody drags another pot, gives Damon the Tatted One, the hot dog eating wonder, a few shekels, and we'll go on to the next hand. 295 in the live chat. We're trying to get to 250 to go into overtime. So let's see where we are. If we go out and come back in, dot the I, cross the T, we're at 175 likes. So we're actually 75 away.
I'll tell you this, Chatsville.
So 40 minutes to go. Go ahead.
If you want to hear me smash and berate this bitter little midge, you better make overtime happen. Otherwise, I can only give you a couple minutes of it. Get out your burner phones.
I don't know.
Get out your secondary accounts. Hit the like.
I don't know if that term is politically correct, but
Well, he allows me to call him
All
in, so
right.
we're gonna
All
continue.
right.
We're gonna proceed.
He is bitter.
He is bitter and he's pretty short.
Small in stature. Vertically challenged.
All right. Yeah, vertically challenged.
Big Nut says Woody lassos another pot. I like that.
Yeah. Good use of the invisible prop.
Pocket nines for Han in the lead pre-flop. Let's see what comes. Damon will give us the flop. 8-5 deuce. Straight draw for Notorious. Pair of eights for Jimmy. He's got top pair, thinking he might be good, but Han with the pocket nines reaching for chips. Gonna make it 150, it looks like. Very nonchalantly puts 150 chips in. Over to TJ. TJ says, can I get a 4-ball corner pocket?
The graphics are incorrect. It says bet 450. It was actually 150.
Yeah, it is 150.
So this pot is
Much
not
easier to call.
677. This pot is like 200 and something.
So he calls looking for a 4-ball.
220 or whatever.
It is just 150 to call.
Yeah, 150 to call.
I would take, I don't know what the percentages, but I would take less to guarantee my deal with injury. You can't ever control it.
You can buy insurance policies.
Don't know much about this guy Jimmy, but he's got to feel like he's up against club draws, or potentially somebody's got maybe overs, but he's gonna pump it up. He's gonna. Looks like he made it 500. Basically committing his entire stack. 400, I think, unless there's a sneaky little black chip hiding under there. These graphics are all jacked.
Looks like an all-in moment here from Han.
Oh, he hates it.
And Notorious quickly
He hates
folds.
it.
Jimmy.
He's got nowhere to go. He's going to have to
He calls.
auto call and pray for an 8 or pray for a queen.
So Notorious is out of this. So those graphics up top.
Yeah, it's nines. It's nines versus queen 8 hearts.
Yeah. Looking for a queen or an 8 or running hearts. That's not going to do it.
And he's got the 9 of club as backup anyway.
More outs, 12 outs. Does not come, so the 9s will hold. Oh, they're going to run it twice.
Jimmy does not have the check mark, guys. Notorious is not in this hand. It is Han with pocket 9s versus Jimmy with queen 8.
Yeah. So they're going to run it twice. The first one goes to Han with his pocket 9s. And they're going to fix this here because Notorious is not in this
Yeah,
hand.
they ran the first board. And they're going to run one more turn, one more river.
There's a 7.
Jimmy's hunting for a queen or an 8. Nope.
So both go to Han. And I don't know if they're...
Yeah, that's it for Jimmy. So in comes the BLM. Well played by Han. I like the aggression. He had a 1-pip overpair, and he made him pay. He made him pay. It's good playing.
Yes, the graphics are going to be off a little bit, so we'll try to fix those.
Well, on to the next, whatever. Hands over.
Well, but if it's not fixed, we'll see.
They awarded Han the monies, so as long as that gets tallied up, he should be good, right?
No, but that's okay. I think that's what Damon is talking to the Wizard right now.
Okay.
Because it has to be fixed in the computer, and that's what they're doing right now. Guapo winning in his first ever live stream. El Guapo in the 9 seat up 1,400. Aaron up 1,300. Caitlin up 536. Jimmy up 319. Woody down 470.
I hope that the wizard makes a small highlight clip of El Guapo's hand, and I hope for the thumbnail that he uses Nacho Libre, and he shows us the pocket fives with the club, and then you see like a little thumbnail of El Guapo flying off the ropes.
I like it.
Nacho! Speaking of Nacho,
Your brother-in-law, you're going to see him this week.
my cousin.
It's not your cousin.
He's my cousin.
I thought it was.
No, he's my cousin.
G-Monkey's cousin.
He's cousin through marriage.
Right, but it's.
He's not a brother-in-law.
But he's G-Monkey's cousin.
Yeah. Anyway, his name is Nacho Salad, and we need to get him back up here on the stream.
Anytime, he's welcome.
Yeah, he came up. Him and his friend Chase drove all the way up here on the grand opening night, and they didn't get to play, so we need to get him back in here.
$50 is the bet from Notorious, and he's going to drag this pot, showing the ace. On to the next hand is the button. Moves. El Guapo coming back to the seat. We will fill seat 6 shortly with a gentleman who needs no introduction, Mr. Skull Mike. We have a lot to look forward to this week. The I-35 Cup starts tomorrow at noon, so literally 14 hours from right now. The cards will be in the air for a $500,000 guarantee Thanksgiving week called the I-35 Cup. We're running it in conjunction with our friends from Rounders in San Antonio. They will be doing the same exact thing we will. 2 flights Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Both clubs will play down to their final 9 players on Sunday, and they'll stop. Once 9 players from each club have been found, they'll send those 18 players to the Lodge Mahal on Monday, and we'll play it down. Somebody's going to have to call into work and say, I need the day off on Monday. And we'll play it down, and we'll live stream it, the final table. There you go. That's how it works. Notorious dead to 3 kings as a pair of 8s for El Guapo in the lead. But Notorious says, I think I can bet here and get El Guapo out, and he does. Notorious, coming from the land of Idaho, the land of potatoes, and he loves it down here. He's thinking about moving down here to Austin. Why not? What's up in Idaho? You got Boise, very clean city, freakishly clean. I went to Boise once, got off the plane, drove to my hotel, and I asked the cab driver, where's the trash? Where's the graffiti? Spotless, Boise, Idaho. Pretty impressive. One incredibly sized airport, too, for the size of the city. Really big airport in Boise. And they have a blue football field, Boise State. Weird. There's Skull Mike taking his seat. We got 30 minutes to get to overtime.
Begged me to get into this game, and comes around and does.
You're in the game. You're the commentator.
He goes, hey man, how about you commentate? I said, I'm gonna punch you in the face, right in your ugly little face. He goes, I gotta play in this game tonight.
Poor Mike. He loves to play his poker.
$400 bounty on anybody that stacks the BLM.
Wow. Jack 6-7. Pair of jacks for Han. Caitlin bets 25 with her ace queen. She's had ace queen a lot today. Han with top pair says, I'll come along. We'll go 3 ways to a turn.
Change your name to Woody. Oh, that's good. That's good. You can't. And then you instantly win.
Option over to Han.
No, it was a snap. Yeah. Insta. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100
And he's going to make a bet here. Looks like 90 or 95 is the bet. 95 from Han. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin now with a straight draw and 2 overs. Looking for the king ball or the ace. She folds. Eli gets out of the way. And Han is going to take it down with a pair of jacks.
I think I have 4.
Hasn't even touched the ball.
Yeah, he has like 4 fantasy points. I'm done. Unless he just scores 3 touchdowns.
Pez, you can't. We got to see you first before we can give you a nickname. Krista Kopp says, "Hey Jake, I sense some tension between you and Skull Mike. LOL."
No, we're actually really good buddies.
They're very good friends.
Yeah.
Skull Mike has tension with all of his good friends. You see the tension he has with me. You see the tension he has with Jake Stein. It's just Skull
Actually,
Mike.
yeah, I met his parents this week. They're
Yeah.
lovely people. I have a ton of admiration for him, even though he is a little bit of a bitter little midge, 24/7.
Yep. I met his parents tonight. They came into the bunker.
Yeah,
His mom's
lovely people.
first question, is this all there is in the bunker? I thought it'd be bigger.
The old bunker was slightly bigger.
She's
not wrong.
It was very big.
And I'll tell you another thing. Sophie
Yes.
is quite the tennis player.
Oh, wow. I did not know
She's
that.
going to wax Mikey in tennis.
Wow. I know Skull was a tennis player.
Yeah. All right, so I'm in a nail-biter fantasy football matchup against my brother this week. My brother, his name is Maxwell.
Yes.
And he looks just like Gimli from Lord of the Rings, the axe-bearing little midge. I'm sorry, there's a lot of midge references tonight. But this is a description of the character, okay? He's a dwarf,
Yes.
and he does bear an axe. And look at the score. Read it out for Chatsville. There's 4 minutes left in this Tampa Bay Giants game. This is me.
Oh, 135.36 to 125.42.
Yeah, and
You're in the lead.
I'm in the lead, but you never know with Tom Brady and Tampa Bay has the ball. There's 3 minutes left. It's a nail biter. And I'll never hear the end of it if he comes back to beat me on Monday Night Football. Jimmy Bluffett's asking me about staking. I don't stake other people. I have been staked. But, yeah, man, if you want to talk to me about it off the stream, just ping me, man. We'll talk.
And Notorious continues to drag pots his way. This is his world. We're just living in it. He loves this stream. He owns streams. Every time he comes on.
The evil little laugh, right? When you said he owns streams, he had a sinister laugh.
El Guapo taking a big sip of Bud Light.
Yeah, tall boy. He probably has 17 tall boys back there.
He's got his own little cooler. Actually, he's got a refrigerator nearby. He said, do you have a refrigerator nearby? Yes, over in the corner.
Paulie Parmigiana. Got a little bit of rapping and stuff going on in the chat. It's crazy, man. There he is. His Patagonia pullover, or it's a zip up. BLM.
That's the image I have now with tight player.
I know, one hand all night.
I know, but
7 deuces still out, right? Yeah. 25.
you don't understand how bad my card is. I mean, you played with me.
My brother just texted me. He said, good game. I don't know if that's a concede sign. He says, the Giants effing suck.
GG.
Good game. But I'm still showing time on the clock. And he has 2 key players on the Tampa Bay offense. He's got Lenny, playoff Lenny Fournette, and Michael Evans.
Still on the clock.
Still on the clock. It's not over yet.
It's a good one.
Yeah, that'll be a high.
It's a good one, yeah. It is what it is.
292 in the chat. Skull Mike has joined the table. He's in seat 6. If you want to critique Skull Mike's play.
Yeah, I will.
You got runner on clubs. 4 clubs on the board.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he beat me with the 5 clubs.
Oh, Eli's telling the bad beat story. Are we in the hallways of the Rio?
Is 8% for that one hand.
Scotland says the best tennis Skull Mike ever played was with his bank card in an ATM machine, back and forth all night long. Skull Mike doesn't use a lot of ATM machines.
No.
Skull Mike looks like he calls.
Is that RDN22? Hi,
Yeah.
Scotland.
Pocket 9s for Notorious. Queen 10. Oh, Skull Mike steps into the game and just hits trips right off the bat. Buck and a squirt. Notorious says, I'm going to call it that. Is it a real bet if I say it? And we say, of course, in this house, buck and a squirt. We know what it means. Skull Mike is loving life right now, licking his chops, just sitting down, about to win a big pot, unless a 9-ball hits the board.
There's already one. Yeah, there's only one left. Yep.
Llama with a straight draw and a backdoor flush draw raises to 500, puts a purple chip in. That's worth 500, folks. Notorious, who started this nonsense off, got off a serious look on his face, and he's going to fold. Says, I just torched $125. It's over to Skull Mike. $375 to call, $2,300 behind. What does he do here?
Yeah, he's going to put
he's
on a
gonna
little
come over the top.
Hollywood. I think he should flat. He should flat if he's smart. If he's stupid, he'll re-raise.
Looks like he's just going to flat.
So the ruling was since he said the number 2.
Yes.
Very good, Mike.
Flat.
You passed the first test. You just flat that.
Looking for a 7-ball. The 7 of clubs is the only out for Llama, unless he's running diamonds. There's a diamond, but there's
That's
Boat City. So it's over.
Yeah.
Skull Mike.
Now he's praying that Llama is holding a 6, and it's boat over boat violence.
Llama thinks the 7 of diamonds would give him a straight flush. Yeah,
Right.
he's praying. But the 7 of diamonds is not available. Skull Mike is licking his chops. $300 is the bet. Skull Mike acting Hollywood.
Just flat, Mike. Just flat.
Thinking hard.
If you want to get another street of value, you got to flat.
He does.
Smart.
Bringing him along.
Let him put his head in the noose, and then you kick the chair out underneath him.
But now there's nothing that Llama can call. He's got a 9 high.
Llama's got a bluff. He's got a bluff at it.
Nope.
He's
He gave
shutting
up.
down.
And Skull Mike sits down, and within 2 hands, he's going to win a $2,100 pot.
He's not getting called here, and he's not going to get re-raised all
No,
in. So
there's
this is the
nothing.
hand's over.
The hand's going to be over here. As soon as Skull makes a bet. And 9 high is going to go into the muck. Skull Mike doesn't even, I don't know if he showed or not, but he had a boat there.
Stole my seat. Sits
Wow.
down. I deserve a cut of that hand. I absolutely should get 20% for allowing him to go play.
You think you can get it from him? Go for it.
Yeah. It's either that or nonstop noogies for 5 minutes.
$2 super chat from Nick from Yuma. Skull sponsored by Chattagonia. I like that. Nick from Yuma, full of puns. He's the punster of Chatsville, in addition to the mayor.
Got the dub.
All right.
Knuckles.
You got to win over your brother. Lodge Poker Llama is better than the Liberty Mutual Emu. We had that discussion. Yes, the horseshoe is still up Skull Mike's ass. 20 minutes to go, folks. We need a certain number of likes. We need 250 likes to go into overtime. We're at 205 with 20 minutes to go. 45 more likes.
You win. I want you to win $999, not $1 more. Yep. Under 1K. Because now it's only me, so I'm the one. Gotta get your action.
Skull Mike, 140 to call. Han, remember we're playing the 7 deuce game. Han makes it 180. If he wins, everybody's going to give him $25. There you go. Han gets an additional $200.
That's cool. So this guy flew in from the United Kingdom?
I don't know if it's straight for just for the stream, but yes, he's from the UK.
Excellent.
Had two young kids the other day I put on my Instagram. They were from the UK. They came to the United States for vacation, and they made Austin one of their stops because they wanted to see the Lodge Mahal because they were great fans of the live stream. We're known all over the world.
Yeah, so I was telling Joe, the Grand Poobah, that I was playing some 510 at the Wynn, and a bunch of players were talking card clubs and stuff, international players, okay? And there's a guy from Germany named Robin. He's got like 800,000 in career tournament earnings, but he's like, yeah, I'm going to be flying out and playing after I talked to him for 10 minutes about it.
Nice.
I showed him the promo video.
Yeah.
You know, where they do the walkthrough of this place, and he's like...
You mean me?
Yeah.
Yes.
So listen, his eyes lit up, and he's like, oh.
Yeah.
Lots of action?
Yeah.
I'm like, you bet your ass, sir.
I was playing at the Bellagio when we were out in Vegas 2 weeks ago for 3 hours early one morning, and I got followed to the cage by a gentleman who I've been playing with all night at the same table. He taps me on my shoulder, says, I got to ask, are you Slick Rick? I said, yes. He goes, I knew it, your voice. I knew your voice. I watch your show all the time. People know this show.
Yeah.
Here comes a big rage.
You're gonna have
from
that
Eli.
happen as you become an internet sensation and a worldwide celebrity. You're gonna have this happen where
at least in the poker world,
people will bump into you and they're gonna know more about you than you know about them, and that's an awkward feeling. You're like, have we met before? No. Oh, well, I'm glad you're a fan. Thank you so much. You know.
It is kind of fun, and it is in the poker world. We do a good little job here, and there are a lot of streams out there, and every one of them has their own qualities, and we do it a little bit different. There you see the room, the Big O tournament still going on. That Big O tournament, because of the split pots, takes a long time. The winner of that tournament usually will be crowned around 3 a.m. It is a long tournament, but it's a fun tournament. One of my favorite tournaments to play in. Used to play in it all the time before we ran and started doing Monday streams. But don't get a chance to play in it anymore.
So Nick from Yuma is encouraging me to bust up Mikey. So
well, if there's another player needed, we may send you out there. Yes, Jimmy Bluffett, DQ did survive Vegas, and he actually went back because Chance Corneth, our good friend, was making such a run that he booked another flight. He was going to table Chance in the final table. Chance went out 16th, ran ace-king into aces for $350,000. Congrats, Chance. What a year he's had. But so he went out again just a week after he was out there.
how many likes we got? Let's do this. What's the line at?
250 tonight. We're sitting at 224.
Oh my God! How much more time?
16 minutes. 459. We'll get there. Open-ended straight draw for El Guapo.
224 with 16 minutes. Yeah. Should
Pair
be
of
slam
fives
dunk.
for Eli. But El Guapo with the open-ender.
You watch NBA?
A little bit.
Did you see that scuffle between LeBron and the dude on the Pistons?
No, I did not.
Okay, so he's trying to box him out on the foul line, and LeBron gives like one of these like wailing elbows, misses with the elbow, but clips him in the face with his hand, cuts open his eye.
Wow.
And the dude starts streaming blood and is going after him hardcore.
Wow.
They both got ejected.
Sure.
Braun got suspended for a game. The other dude got suspended for 2 games for basically mass violence.
Wow.
And
Two pair for Eli.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Ace on the river, so 2 pair for Eli. He's going to win with. Yeah, it's not good to fight the franchise, the NBA legend, LeBron, but it sounds like LeBron might have been in the fault there.
Well, he definitely swung. I mean, he swung his elbow, and he was getting bodied by the other guy, you know. What you need?
Because we have problems with it.
Okay. Bro, I'm scared. Probably was. All right, Eli got a little bit of coin back in his pocket after surviving that gross set over set to losing to an inferior set that flushed out on him.
Ha! Jimmy Bluffett says, Slick Rick, I had a great moment in the Deuce 7 tourney. Daniel Negrano came over to me at the rail and says, Jimmy Bluffett, it was a cool moment for me. That would have been cool. That's awesome. We had a lot of people at our party on the 6th. We mentioned Chance Corneth was there, Johnny Vibes was there, Mike Matisow showed up, Rampage Mariano were both there, Pokerface Ash was there, Ryan DePaulo was there. So we had a ton of people at our party, a who's who in poker. What's his name? Berkey was there.
Yeah.
Along with Jamin Burton.
It was like
it was a who's who in the poker community. I wanted Matisow. I said, Mike Matisow, can you bring Helmuth with you? Because they hang out together. Jack 9-3.
Right.
Club draw for Caitlin.
No, it was like the Mount Rushmore of poker, you know, raised to the 9th degree. You had that many crushers in there.
It was
a lot of career earnings in that room.
Yeah, a lot of bracelets too between DePaulo,
I know,
Rampage, and Chance Corneth. I think that's 5 bracelets. Throw in Matisow another 4. That's 9 bracelets.
How much do I like Zolo right now?
And I don't know if anybody else had one, but there you go. Big bet from Caitlin with the flush draw.
Yeah, you see the equities here. I really like Caitlin's hand. You know, suited connectors. Aaron's got Big Slick with just 1 clubby, and he's going to release. So well played, Caitlin. Ship it. I feel like that cha-ching sound clip has just one too many cha-chings. It should just be cha-ching, 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 not the 4th cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, you need to truncate it. Truncate the cha-chings.
Want to give everybody something to put on their calendar. January 12th, here at the Lodge Mahal. Norman Chad, Lon McCarran are coming to the Lodge Mahal. It'll be a commentator versus commentator slugfest. 2 commentators, 1 from each team, will be in the bunker commentating. The other 2 on the felt in a tag team fashion. We'll get 7 other tag teams on the table to participate, and we'll have some fun. I can't wait to meet the legends. Norman Chad, Lon McCarran, fresh off their World Series of Poker, announcing for, I think, the 18th straight year. I think they started in 2004 together. I think Lon McCarran was a year before, started the year before Norman Chad, if I'm not mistaken. But we're excited to have him. It'll be a lot of fun. I think Skull Mike's going to be playing a lot more of the poker on the felt for our team. I'll be in the booth. But I will get out on the felt, throw some cards around, throw some chip discs around, waging discs. 7-10 deuce. Oh, we are playing the 7 deuce game, and Aaron, this is in trouble because Aaron flops 2 pair, but Han flops Seti Magetti. So this is, Aaron's going to think that he's golden here with his 2 pair. 7 deuce game, $25 bonus from every player if you win with it. And Aaron is in a world of hurt. He may lose his stack here, Jakey.
Well, he's got Han covered.
Yeah,
so he could take a 50% haircut here. Yeah.
He's going to take a big haircut because he just made a big bet, raised to 350.
Yep.
And
This is
Han,
straight nasty. Han is going to bring that UK flag, the Union Jack, and he's going to smack him in the face with it.
Han's got way more than 1,100. He's got a purple chip and a stack of blacks.
Oh, yeah.
He's got over 3,000 in front of him. So he's going to...
Ooh.
He's going to raise it on up there.
Now, Aaron, only thing Aaron's fearing is pocket tens, or maybe nut flush draw. He's never putting them on pocket sevens here. But, let's see what he does, man. This is an interesting spot. He's probably giving him credit for like a big ace, a big suited ace, something like that. I hope Han doesn't run him out of this hand. I would have loved to see just a flat. You know?
But all in, there it is. And he's going to lose his stack. He's going to, because Han has him covered, I believe, or it's going to be close.
Dead. He's drawing dead.
He's drawing dead, absolutely.
He's drawing dead. Nighty-night ski. He would need running 2 balls for quads.
Yeah.
Never happening. It's not going to matter. You can run it 50 times. You're never going to catch up.
They're going to go one time. It's over.
Confirmed.
Seti Magetti beats the 7 deuce game. Aaron, what a cooler city right
yeah,
there.
You're right. He did get stacked off.
And that was a...
Okay, I'm reloaded.
Aaron's going to reload, but what a cooler. Playing the 7 deuce game, you think you just flop Jin on a flop of 7 deuce 10. Little does he know that Han's sitting over there with Seti Magetti. And
that's going to be a
instead
highlight.
of winning the 7 deuce and getting $25 bonus from each player, Aaron lost about $3,000.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's tough.
I mean, he took it like a true champ, though.
Of course.
But
inside.
Should I fix you some sandwiches?
Ship it to Slicky Ricardo.
What? No, not.
He said, Skull Mike
me.
made a wager. I heard it. He said, Han, you got to win $999. I have you winning under a K tonight, and he just shattered that. So he's lost that bet. He made a wager with somebody.
Well, the night's not over. He made it with a person of Chatsville. I think it was Derek. But the night's not over yet. Han is way up. We're going to see that those are just the cumulative chip totals. We don't know the total winnings. I think Han came to the table with 1,500, and he's got 5,500. So he's up about $4,000 and loving life right now. Yeah, it was with Derek. It wasn't with me.
Oh, goodness.
We're down to the last 5 minutes of time because we all know that
cutoff time's 10:30. Everybody knows that. It's a 10:30 cutoff.
we've got 245. We're very close. Let's just do it right now. There's 246. We need, in 5 minutes, 4 likes. Who wants to do it? Who wants to put us over the top? 246. Come on, people. We need 4 likes. If you haven't smashed a like, give us the like already. My goodness. 251. We're going to overtime.
We're going to overtime.
I'm about to go tap Mikey out. He's going to come back in and let me play. He's going to get a text message right now.
Will you point, open the door and tell him that? Congratulations, folks. We made it to overtime.
He's got it.
302 in the live chat. Got to the 250 in likes. Thank you. And we did it with 4 minutes to spare.
I did, yeah. Not quite as fancy.
Notorious TJ going to win this hand with 2 pair. Jacks and deuces with the king kicker. Makes the bet. You see that yellow chip on top of the green chips. That's a $1,000 chip, folks, right in front of Notorious TJ. Overtime is always nice on a Monday night. We thank you. El Guapo cumulative winnings. I think those are a little off. Han's got to be up way more than $872. Our numbers are just a little off tonight. We'll try to fix that.
You think the Wizard would go bonkers if I just yanked Mikey off and I just sat down and played there?
I think
he can leave the graphics as is. I don't care.
I think Skull would get a little upset.
He doesn't have a say in it. Let's take it to the chat. Chat.
Saw a hand today where Helmuth sucked out on Negrano and Negrano threw a chair. Did you see that on Poker Go? I don't know if that happened recently, today or last week, but Ace-Ace-5 on the flop. Eli with the king way out in front.
I give it a small length though, you know, like, at least I went out of it, right? Further than 6. And a little Rick was telling
Yeah, we know that.
on the stream tonight.
All right, we're putting it to a vote. 1, if you want Skull to keep playing. 2, if you want me to hop in. Put it to Chatsville.
I wouldn't have done that.
Why?
Because you're probably going to lose.
We'll see. We'll see. It's fine. I'm fine.
The first rule, never ask a question you don't want to know the answer to. People like, for some reason, people love to see Skull Mike on the felt, but we'll see. I don't know if Skull Mike's going to go for it if you tell him.
I'm going to say the people of Chatsville voted. I mean, they trump everything. Seeing more 2s than 1s.
Yeah.
Druno, baby! More 2s than 1s for sure.
Sharon knows everything. She knows everything about this chat.
Sharon
is the
Yoda
of
of Chatsville.
I mean,
we finished each other's sentences.
She does not.
Druno.
She does not miss anything. Well, you go tell Mike. Go whisper in his ear.
I want you to go tell him.
No, I have nothing in this. You were the one who put the question out there.
When I came through the door, you were like, "You're playing this the stream tonight." I said, "I think so." Until
this is the reason why.
Until Mikey reneged his offer.
I never even know who's playing for a reason. This very reason. I don't want to know. That way I can't get in trouble. Here's a bet from Caitlin. 40. Notorious Eli calls with his Jack 9, the straight draw. Notorious with 2 pair, ace kicker. A lot of people want to see you play. Go tell them.
He asked me if I went deep. I said level 3 is at deep. How about cooler? Barry Greenstein, open cutoff, ace king, 7% big. He free bet from 4 bet.
Notorious sweeping another pot his way. That's what he does.
And I didn't, and one regret the most, I didn't say ace on the river because I really needed it.
You have probably had this much time to see your beat in the sky high.
The hand got into the fight, but the hand went by so far, they didn't even catch my name, so it was just like a play. Yeah. Put my name on it. That's good. You're getting back. And then you'll tell them. Then they'll butcher you. You'll be in level 4. If you knock them out, you can get a side copy.
Skull Mike, 20 to call, throws his 10-4 in. Woody over there in the 7th seat with the ladies.
You're the second biggest
Makes it 65. Over to Han with 7-3, folds. Notorious with ace-jack suited. Notorious is going to come along. Call the 65. Caitlin throws her cards in.
Caitlin says to me, "You can only jump in if you're sauced up."
Ace 8-7. Pair of aces for TJ. He's just killing it tonight. Eli in with deuce 5 and a 3-ball right now for a 6. He's got a little
We don't have to talk about that though.
chance for 2 straights, a 6 or a deuce. A deuce or a 3, I'm sorry. 6 or a 3 gives Eli the straight. Notorious, though, with the aces.
I'm really excited for the prequel if they're doing a Buzz Lightyear.
Next to you, I'm white. I need to see some sun.
Just take a vitamin D supplement. We're fine.
One time Westlake was on.
Notorious thinking about what he's going to do here. Says, did somebody hit their straight here? I've got an ace with a decent kicker. I'm going to come along. He's in the lead. Eli looking for a 3 or a 6.
We were talking all night long about how
Not a 4. So 2 pair for Notorious TJ. But now 2 pair for Woody. What are you doing? What?
I wear sunscreen 3 million.
I wear a lot. There's like a big differential for the
What if 50 days? But it was weird. I got added back. I don't know when. Even that was it's like that, like the back of your leg is like,
Eli puts a purple chip. The plums are $500, folks. And looking straight down. Notorious says, I got 2 pair. With a decent kicker. He makes the call. And Eli says, can you beat 5 high? And a nice plum chip goes over to Notorious. Notorious is zigging, well, he should be zigging tonight. Every move he makes is right. Numbers, yeah, he's winning a lot more than 220, so. Where are you going? In and out. Are you going into the game? Oh. You want to go play? All right. All right, Jakey Stein. Thanks for playing. You're always welcome in the bunker. We'll see you. Have a good Thanksgiving with the family. Tell G Monkey and the boys I said hello. We'll take care, buddy. Jake Stein leaving the bunker. Slicky Ricardo will take you the rest of the way. Got about another hour to go. 25 minutes of regulation, then we'll do some overtime. Notorious. 3-bet to 225. King Deuce 4. Llama and Notorious in this with a jack on the turn. Now Notorious hits a jack.
Nobody took that name, so I had to grab it.
Heart draw for Llama. And is Notorious going to dodge the raindrops here and fade a heart 6 outs? He does. Notorious just keeps winning pots. He can't even stack them fast enough. The Idaho Assassin, Notorious TJ, just comes into the Lodge Mahal and just wins.
Don't like it, you said? I like happy. When he takes the when he goes in and takes the batting practice to the chest and to the balls. Oh yeah. It's hockey season. The best. 6 more weeks to try. Yeah.
A little late. Y'all ever think of streaming on Twitch? Much love from Waco. We've given it some thought. Probably wouldn't be the worst idea, but YouTube is where we're at. But thanks for watching. 3 players to the flop. King Jack 9, all diamonds. Open-ended straight draw for Notorious, as well as Eli. Both players sitting there with the 10-8. Skull Mike drawing dead right now. Actually, he's got a few outs, I guess. If he hits a 6 or a 5, 4 outs. But Notorious is going to sweep another pot.
Open-ended horseshit, but horseshit nonetheless.
Welcome with the best hands. Good game.
Welcome to Freedom. Says Happy Thanksgiving.
You like happy. Nope, not good.
We keep wanting to
Oh,
beat
good.
him, but
I did not have him beat on
I have shit, you have worse shit. It's fine.
okay, TJ Hooker, here I come. Does anybody
On to the next hand. Monday night here at the Lodge Mahal. 300 of you in the live chat. We're already guaranteed overtime with the 250 likes. We appreciate that.
What are the other TJ references? That's the only one I'm aware of.
Where are you watching from tonight? Let us know. We always like to know where people are watching from.
Boom. Damon coming in from the fence.
Join in on the chat. We have some fun. Eli with Big Slick. Just calls Skull Mike and Eli. How about an ace on the flop here? Does not come. All clubs. Eli with the top pair and the flush draw. Shows it. Shows the ace. He's going to win a small pot.
We had England football captain. Yeah. John Terry.
Both letters play. Both letters play. A loyal supporter.
Bullets.
253 Surfer Dude says, yo, Seattle in the house. Awesome. Boomer says Oklahoma City by way of St. Louis. Naples, Florida. Motor City says Michael Ward. Detroit, Motown. Asheville, North Carolina, Mr. Penguin says. Chris says from San Marcos. South Korea. We appreciate each and every one of you. Without you. Coach Summers says the Windy City. Chicago. Gustavo says Palmdale, California. Simple Facts of Life watching from Portland. Today in history, folks, if you're a history fan, you know, we want to recognize November 22nd, 1963. 58 years ago today. President John F. Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas, Texas, and sad day in America.
Well, you can also claim your losses, right?
When that happened, and I was not alive, even though people think I'm really old, but when I was a kid, I was so interested in that, the whole proceedings that happened in Dallas. I made my parents take me to drive up there and see the museum in Dallas, and wrote several papers in college on the subject. And I understand Oliver Stone's coming out with a new documentary revisiting JFK, coming out soon, but 58 years ago today, that fateful day in Dallas.
You don't got shit. But if I say that every time you enter a pot, then it's the same. I wish we could just
All in, Eli.
Everyone say what you think.
How about them Cowboys?
And Aaron is going to make the call with ace queen. He shows it. Heads up, all in. Kings versus ace queen. Damon the Tatted One, the hot dog eating wonder, will give us a flop. 9 queen 9. 3 outs, an ace or a queen for Aaron. Now more outs, a spade draw. 10 outs now for Aaron. A spade, ace, queen, or 9, and there's the spade. And kings go down in flames.
I like Eli just as much as I like Aaron. That's a bad beat. That's what they call it.
And Eli
Okay, I'm reloaded.
Mike, do you promise next time I lose on stream when you're in the booth, you'll say she's a grown-up?
Checks on 11.
Handle it. That's what I want.
I'm watching your card. There you go. It's about that time.
The table mic is above the table.
42? Yeah. Eli's going to win the most money on
Checks 11.
He's stacking myself for TJ. Sorry. We're getting stacked. Sorry, you. It's one of us two. One of us two.
If that helps you on anything, there's a. It's located right above the table from where you're looking at right now. There's a table mic.
Mike, if you just double your chips to me, you win the sandwich.
It's like, what would you rather have? What would you rather have? You earn $3 grand or he gets us?
Yeah.
Sandwich.
Think about it. Think about it.
still makes $999.
Honey, come on. Don't be selfish. Wait, it's like, oh, are you a sandwich right fucking now? You a salami?
We'll listen in to some of the players right now, see if we can. We've played with the mics. This is not lost on us, but we'll listen in right now.
Germ. What's up, Germ? Thank you, Germ.
7 deuce 4. Pair of 7s for El Guapo. Jack on the turn.
It's a special whiskey where it's aged at sea, so I actually wasn't bullshitting. But
75 from
it's
Notorious.
a blend of straight bourbon whiskey.
Up to the head.
El Guapo remains in. He calls. There's a 6. 2 pair now for El Guapo. He's going to take this pot down. Scotland, thanks for that feedback. Scotland says mic audio is quality. It's a good blend of commentator audio and table audio.
Good hand.
Different. As you know, we're a different kind of show. For those new to our show, we're not like all the other streams. All the other streams do a fine job, and they do a fantastic job. But we play it a little bit different than everybody else out there, we think. A little less on the poker terminology, post-flop percentages, ranges. stack to pot ratios, we stay away from that. We talk a little bit about it. Spend more time having some fun, telling a few jokes, being a little different. So that's us. Give us at least 3 watches before you decide on whether you like us or not if you're new to the program. We're an acquired taste, much like a fine wine. Takes a little time to get used to us.
If that's not gone by the time the stream's over, then we're. I need a reload. I got you. The streak is over if that's not gone before the stream.
Here comes the flop, 7-7-10. Couple of hearts. Skull Mike with the heart draw. Eli with 8 deuce. Bets 80. Skull Mike says, I'll take a peel. I'll look for a heart.
Yeah, it's changed. Somebody told me it's
Ace of diamonds. They may slow everything down. 150 is the bet.
Oh, yeah. East side is good.
He calls. There's a king. So queen high is going to win this pot as long as he stays in, Skull Mike. And it goes check. Now it's Skull Mike. He's going to probably think he has to make a bet here. Well, he may just give up here and take his chances. It goes check, check. Queen high will win. Don't know the exact height of Skull Mike. I'm 5'11", and he's definitely a lot shorter than me. Don't know his exact height.
Queen nice like guilty pleasure hand. So like pleasure hand? I like queen nine, guilty pleasure. Okay. It's like guilty pleasure.
Thank you, Chris the Cop, for that comment.
Pleasure hand is not what I'm going to do. That's your lefty. Like when I first started learning how to play poker in 9th grade, 10th grade, we played like dollar hands with my buddies. And I won like an Xbox with queen nine. And we started upping it and we played like $20 hands. And we just run it out. We like race horses. And that's how you learn poker? Kind of started. Well, I learned poker from my grandmother, actually, the basics. But just like gambling, when you're in high school, you get a couple of bucks.
Scotland, you're killing me. Scotland answers the question, not sure. He bought a tape measure once. There was a line at the 5/8 mark and another at the 3-inch mark. Oh, Scotland, you just kill me sometimes, man. Very funny, very funny. Ace 10-5. Pair of 10s for Aaron. Skull drinking like a fish. Woody is going to raise it on up. Makes it 120. Back over to Aaron.
Woody over here, the way he bets.
And he folds. Folds the best hand there.
Nah, he does that when he's got it. It's not a read. Like, he just, it's always off.
Skull Mike just doing his best chip impersonation of Woody. There's the VPIP, notorious. 55% of the pots. Skull Mike, 22%. Woody, 16%.
Give me something. You're better than that. You're better than that. Give me next level. Damn. Nervous.
Sharon Barr says Skull Mike might be half of Clayton. Clayton, the tallest dealer in the country, 6'9". Actually, we've got another dealer here at the lodge that may give Clayton a run for his money. New dealer, just started last week. I think he's 6'9" as well. We could have one hell of a basketball team. Lane, also a dealer here at the lodge, is, I believe, 6'5". So 6'9", 6'9", 6'5". Good front court for the intramurals between poker houses. 4 ways to a flop. We should get a softball game going up. We'll challenge the other poker houses in and around Austin to softball. That would be fun. Notorious finally let somebody else win a hand. Eli with the king. Lock this one up. I guess there are no more 5s in the deck. Actually, a 5 would make Eli a boat. So Eli's going to win a pot. Aaron says, what did I do for tonight to go this wrong for me?
But yeah, I've been begging him just to play with me in Austin, so hopefully soon.
Fire, Aaron?
I won't enjoy it.
Yeah. Pokerface Ash played college basketball, as Nick from Yuma makes reference to. She would be definitely either the point guard or shooting guard. I don't know if Skull could hoop. Back in the day, I could. But I'm an old man. I'd be the coach.
I have not gone a day without crying. Like, I smoked a pack a day from, like, the time I was in high school.
Staying strong. Keep it up.
I feel like nobody insult me for real. I will cry in your arms. You'll get more than you bargained for.
She's ready, guys.
Han looks down at Queen 9. Suited. Sharon Barth, think of Krista Cobb. Think of Aaron Judge standing next to Jose Altuve. That's a good visual, Sharon. That's funny. 350. Notorious now just playing around. Actually 250 with Jack 7 suited.
3-9. See, 3-9. Everyone has their own hand. What's your favorite hand? Besides aces, of course. You gotta play like a random.
Notorious
10-7 suited.
makes the bet, pulls down some more chips.
I like a little 10-8 too.
6-8 of clubs.
6-8 of clubs, what's yours?
I mean, any suited 6-8, but clubs.
Eli, you gotta have a good one.
See you later, Pez. Thanks for joining us.
You're a masochist.
Coming down to the end of regulation, and then we'll go into our overtime. You're right, Chris the Cop. Coach Summers does have to be the coach. He has the whistle.
He's the strong, brooding type.
Not 7 deuce, I can say that.
Yeah, fuck 7. Especially when they flop set on your box, right?
That was the gross.
Woody with pocket 9s raises to 70. Eli coming, makes the call. Looked like, no, he raised it up. 225 with Queen Jack suited. Over to Aaron with Ace Queen. Players are having a little bit more fun as the night and the bourbon flows a little bit longer.
Woody!
Mike, let us know after the flop. Your thoughts.
Impartial commentator. It's a three-way. Everybody loves a three-way.
Queen 3 deuce.
Okay, Mike.
Pair of queens for both Aaron and Eli. 400 from Eli. Aaron is certainly not going anywhere.
Yes, Jake. Jake.
Are you as saucy? We don't want you unless you're as saucy.
Yeah,
Like saucy.
yeah, like drinking.
Yeah, then you stay where you belong.
Ooh, there's the 9-ball. Seti Maggette. It would have been there. Oh, my goodness. The nines folded on that bet, obviously, with the queen on the board, but they would have got there. Seti Maggette, I believe that was Woody, if I'm not mistaken, who had the nines, but he folded. So now it's just Eli looking for one of the three remaining jacks. 450 is the bet from Aaron. Yes, the set that never was. 650 is the bet, and they both Eli called. There's the 8. So Aaron's going to win this pot. Eli checks and says, I've got good showdown, but Aaron with about 1,100 in front of him. Thinking what to bet, or whether he should just take it down. He's going to go all in. Does go all in. It's going to put Eli to the test here. About 1,100 is the bet. Let's listen in. Player's not saying much. Aaron just looking straight at the board. Makes the bet. He's going to win this hand as long as he stays in. He makes the bet. All in. Of course he's in. So he's going to win this hand. Period. End of conversation. Just a question of how much he's going to win. Asking for a count again.
Go back in your cage. Bro, I can't hit and run these spots.
Kaylin, be careful with that drink on the table, dear. Do not spill it. There you go.
Double board bomb pods here. Thank you for that.
Jake, don't you bounce on us.
Yeah, come on, Jake.
The moment we feel safe.
We need you, Jake.
Eli just torturing his chips. Is he going to find the fold? Picks up his card, shows everybody, and is about to toss it in, pulls them back. Shows the queen jack. Aaron's loving life now. He shows it to Aaron, shows it to Skull Mike, shows it to the world.
Today, Junior?
Come on, Eli. He makes the call. And that extra time made Aaron an $1,100 extra kiss on the way out. $11 o'clock Central Time. We're at the end of regulation, and we're going to have some overtime tonight because you earned it. You got to 250 likes on or before 10:30, so we are officially into overtime. Remind everybody, tomorrow it starts. 13 hours from right now, day one of the I-35 Cup. It's a 500K guarantee. It goes on all week. Two flights Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Two flights Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Both clubs, Rounders and the Lodge, will play down to 9 players on Sunday. Those 18 players will come back to the Lodge on Monday, and we'll play it out with a final table streamed on Monday evening. Somebody's going to walk out of here with a lot of money, because we think it's 500K guarantee, but between 2 clubs and a possible 16 flights, 8 for each club, we feel that it's going to go way over the 500K mark. $500 buy-in, 30-minute levels, 30,000 starting chips. Enter as many times as you want. Five ways to a flop. Damon the Tatted One, the hot dog eating wonder, gives us 749, couple of diamonds. Diamond draw for Han, our visitor from Great Britain. The UK, Great Britain, England. Notorious TJ with the pair of 9s says, I got $100. I'll put it out there. Skull Mike getting out of the way. Han going nowhere with the nut flush draw for $100. He may even raise it on up. He is reaching for raising chips. Makes it 350. 375 actually. And Notorious staring Han right in the face. Notorious says, I got a top pair. Makes the call. There's the ace. So Han vaults to the lead. Notorious dead to the 9 of clubs. Han checks. Notorious. Good play by Han, who raised. Then he sees an ace on the board, and he pulls back a little bit. So Notorious says, well, maybe he is on a flush draw. Little does he know he is, but he has the ace. Good play here by Han, I believe, to make Notorious think that he's got a good one. And he just put a yellow chip out there. That's 1,000. That yellow banana is 1,000. Han, I believe, loves this. I think that's exactly what he wanted to do. He's asking, how much does he have? Folding here, folks. But it is a great bet from Notorious. Han has the nut flush draw, the ace with a decent kicker. He makes the call. River is a 7. So now 2 pair for both players. 2,900 in the pot. Check from Han. TJ thinking through. I made the bet on the turn. Thought he'd put me on an ace. Can I make another bet here and force him out? Maybe he was on a diamond draw. I think he's just going to call here. He's got some showdown value. Two pair, 9s and 7s. He checks. Got showdown value. So huge pot. 2,900 goes to Han. He's had one heck of a night. Huge pot. We are got about 20 minutes left. Matty J's in a live chat. Matty J, this is for you because you named the wheel Clarence.
What's the matter, dog? You in Paris? This guy's a gangster? His real name is Clarence.
I've all the aces as well. I've all the aces.
That's what I'm saying. That was a terrible turn card.
Hey, Kelsey.
Actually, it was your only half.
How long's your list? Oh, really?
I had Jack 9.
Alright, after the stream, I'll come back and find you. Diamonds as well.
Yeah, I mean, you say nothing yet?
Darren Head, which states in the United States of America is this stream broadcasting in? Anywhere somebody can have access to YouTube. Not only the United States, but around the world. We've got viewers from all over the world. Here are a lot of people from Australia, the Netherlands, UK, South Korea, the Philippines. Lots of people around the world. Australia, as I mentioned, tune in to this show in addition to every state. I think we've had every state in the United States tune in at some point.
Every time you call him Woody, I see it more and more. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of the bone structure.
Rick nailed it, like, spot on. Immediately. Chat's like, yeah, Woody.
I still don't agree with you.
4 ways to a flop.
So, Rick's your favorite commentator? Oh, no, you.
Yes, Mike. You might get a different answer. That's somebody else.
Doesn't bother me.
Have a good joke.
Yeah, I laughed. I gave it a 1.
You gave it a 1.
3 I was just listening in because one of the players says, "Who's your favorite commentator?"
Still pretend that they can, just so I remain the same.
To Skull Mike, he's a good guy. Skull Mike. We go back and forth, but we have a lot of fun. He is my partner in this as far as long as one of us is doing it, the other one will, as long as it's fun and we're still having fun a year into this. Having lots of fun. Lots of live streams. We spend a lot of hours together. And truth be told, Skull didn't really have any experience broadcasting. Obviously, he's got the poker chops, but he really didn't have any experience broadcasting. He's done one hell of a job. Have to say that in somebody who's never done this before. Now, obviously, he's got a year of experience now, but even when he first started, he was very good. 7 of spades. So the 9s, Eli, don't get in trouble with the 7 on the end there. The 9s for Llama. Eli's going to try to buy this here. Put some chips out there saying I'm having some trouble tonight. Makes it 800. Back over to Llama. He's got the winning hand if he calls.
Anyone that does it, but Kelsey's really good there.
Makes the call. And Notorious goes out of the way. And Eli's just having a tough night.
We should be good. I should have just taken my showdown value. Like, I don't think this is probably good.
Eli just said something pretty accurate. Should have just taken a showdown value. Sometimes when it's not your night, you try to make the moves, and it just compounds it a little bit more. But we've all been there, for sure. There you see the front half of the Lodge Mahal, Slick's room. There you see Bruno at the bottom of the screen in the green shirt. DM ... Bruno. A lot of cash games going on a Monday night. The Big O tournament still, 3 tables still remain. I'm telling you, that tournament lasts forever.
How's everybody's stamina?
Racer Nerd, thank you for that.
Some people run it.
It's not rocket science what we do, but sometimes it's not the easiest thing in the world, but we have fun. One thing for sure, neither of us are getting rich off doing the live stream. Skull Mike may even be losing money because of the time he takes to be on the stream, limits his time he's on the felt. But we have fun, and we love what we're doing. 855, 2 pair for Han. Big slick between these two fellas who just were in a $3,000 hand. Jack of clubs. Notorious has 5 outs. An ace or a king is what he's looking for. $30, easy call. Three ball, corner pocket. Han's gonna win with 2 pair. Thank you, Wes, for saying that. Swiper Boy, we just had Ryan DePaulo here less than 30 days ago. Actually, he was here October 11th through the 13th. So a little over 30 days ago. Ryan freaking DePaulo was here. So we've had a lot of them come here. P. Willie says, what are the groupies like for poker stream commentators? I will tell you the first time I meet one.
Round the straddle?
Pretty much been doing it.
Round the double straddle.
Don't know if Han is what kind of watch he's wearing, but he's having one hell of a night here at the Lodge Mahal.
And that's just me, baby.
Eli is currently throwing the party for the stream tonight. Caitlin wakes up with pocket 7s. Notorious with pocket deuces. Aaron with ace queen again. He's had the hand a lot tonight. Skull Mike now getting a massage, as he often does. Is that hair gel?
I think we'd rather have you than Jake right now.
Jake probably roasted my ass hard. Hard.
It's not, I mean, the fact that he's getting the stream to vote you off the island.
That's rough.
He's spreading some shit.
That's rough. I know where he lives. I know where his kids sleep.
Notorious DJ with pocket deuces. 180 to call.
Now we're doxing
He
him.
walked out the front door like an hour.
I looked in the camera and said that, TJ. Right in the camera.
Ryan is
Caitlin's coming along.
If he hit it, we'll run it back.
say it again.
So 637 in the skillet. Deuces, 7s, ace, queen. Seti McGetty for Notorious. Hits his set of deuces. But Aaron, Aaron is zigging while he should be zagging. Tries to make the continuation bet. 225. Notorious, is he just going to call? He looks like he's raising. He does. Put a plum out there. 625 now. And Aaron in a world of hurt. Still might think he has overs.
I would just have that out all the time in his phone.
Stop fucking him with that. What? You already fell 4-1. Yeah.
Bob Casey Ariel wondering if I have any groupies. Don't know. Haven't met one yet. Wouldn't mind it. Groupies, not stalkers. Coming down to the last 15 minutes. Really happy Thanksgiving week to everyone. Please get yourself over to the Lodge Mahal this week. Play a little $500,000 guarantee tournament for $500. Very good value. It's going to go way over that. What if we can get... Oh, I don't even want to guess how much we can get. We're between two clubs, Rounders in San Antonio, and I think the 500K guarantee is it's just going to get shattered with 8 flights at each club. Ace 8-6, pair of aces for Skull. It's going to take it down. Just paid for the massage. Massage, $150 a minute here at the lodge.
It's pretty if you like the outdoors. You love the outdoors, hiking, fishing, camping, that sort of shit. It's nuts. Like, it's close to Yellowstone, it's close to the Rockies.
I went out there and I had a great time.
It's good.
Emily Davis asks, what's the line between a groupie and a stalker? Good question. A stalker, a groupie follows you to the lodge. A stalker follows you home. How's that for a definition?
One of the most conservative as far as gambling. Unless you're on a home game. Home games are illegal. I mean, they have
illegal everywhere.
That's not true. Like, if you're taking a rake, if you're taking a rake, yes. But like, I can't even invite you over without being the house and play a game of home court with not taking any rake.
So there's no way to play Hold'em legally.
Even on the Indian reservations where gambling is legal, there's no table games. It's all just you walk into a casino and it's all slot machines.
That sounds boring.
It's the worst. No, I'd take that in a heartbeat.
Coming down to the end, Notorious and Han have had pretty good nights. El Guapo's had a good night too. Queen, Queen 5. 2 pair for Eli. Let's see Eli. I want Eli to win a hand here. He's been taking it on the chin tonight. Skull Mike, relentless. Gonna make the bet and take it down.
I want to go to Lithuania. Kind of close to Poland.
Yeah. It used to be one country.
Oh, Lithuania, Poland? Really? I didn't know that. How long ago?
Interestingly enough, the Rolling Stones were in town over the weekend. Heard people, they had it at the F1 facility, which is in the middle of nowhere, but evidently people who went to the concert, going and leaving, was absolutely a catastrophe in traffic as far as waiting. People, it took hours to get into the parking lot, and then some people 2 hours after the concert were still in line to get out of the parking lot. Something's got to be done about that. I've never been to a concert out at the F1 facility. But usually for the F1, they run a lot of shuttles. They don't have too much parking for folks who go out there. It's a lot of shuttles, but this was a catastrophe. But the Rolling Stones put on a great show. They got some great weather on Saturday night. King 3 Deuce. Show was supposed to be last May, but due to the COVID protocols here in town, they had to push it back to the 20th. But Mick Jagger was seen all around town. Barbecue joints. He was at the Broken Spoke dance club. He was down on Town Lake, so he was spotted all around town. I think he's 78 years old, somebody told me. 78 years old, still playing. I can't get no satisfaction. You can't always get what you want. Start Me Up, one of my favorite Stones hits. Start Me Up. I think that was, Start Me Up was back in the 80s on their one of their farewell tours in the 80s, 40 years ago. Woody. Guapo folds 8-5. Llama looks down at 7-4, gets rid of it. Over to Notorious TJ, 9-8 suited. Raises it up, actually calls the buck and a squirt bet from Woody. Eli with king-queen offsuit comes along. Actually, Eli goes all in for his remaining stack. Skull Mike will fold. All in from Woody. And TJ gets out of the way. So Woody with queens. Eli with the king-queen, looking for a king to double up. There's Seti Maggette for Woody. That's going to do it for Eli. Boat City. Guess they're running 2 full boards.
I can't flop a set, so I can't flop you dead. You have all the way to the river.
2 full boards. There's a Jack 4 deuce. 2 remaining kings available. 6 of clubs. Looking for a black king. Doesn't happen.
All right, that's all for me, guys.
And Eli says goodbye. Has not had a good night, but he's been a good sport, as always. Eli. Just wasn't his day. Where's Jake Stein now when you need him? Definitely Eli threw the party tonight.
Hold on a second. Don't deal.
We'll be here before the
Don't deal.
I mean, this is the last thing.
Wait. Let me call Jake because he blasted me on stream, right?
Don't tell us the last year.
He blasted me on stream, so let's call him on speakerphone. Okay. Just tell Jake. No, he's not. He went home. You went home? Yeah. Jake, seat open, buddy.
He went to straight to voicemail. You're playing less than playing less than
Okay. That's how it's gonna be.
left hand on stream.
Maybe he knows.
Maybe he's driving over here right now, and that's why he put you on.
What's gonna give him one hand, right? We give him one hand.
They call for chips. It's like, all right, I'll let Cash this in because there's no chips.
What was Dylan made over the phone? I'm gonna let him know.
Jake, you got 7 deuce and the game's live. Good luck.
Well, let's not have chat digress. We've had a great night tonight. If you don't like what you're seeing or have a problem with any of the players, then I just would invite you not to watch. That's all I got to say about that. Llama raises to 100. Notorious TJ with Big Slick re-raises to 310. Over to Guapo, who folds and says, I'll take my win tonight. So Llama calls with a 4-5 of diamonds. 9-9 deuce. Neither player hit anything. Llama has 6 outs. Yeah, the most impressive thing about the Rolling Stones, you know, the drummer recently passed away the last couple months, but how in the heck is Keith Richards still alive? I mean, I love the guy, but as much as he's done in his life, think about it. Early 60s was when the Rolling Stones made it big, and now we're 60 years later. Amazing. And of all the drugs and alcohol and women and you name it, what a story they could tell.
Yeah, but how do you know what a good hand is?
Looks like they're going to try a bomb pot here.
Flop top 2, is it good?
Nate Doggs They ran it twice. When it's heads up here at the lodge, the two players can decide whether they want to run it once or twice. Here on the live stream, we only allow them to run it up to 2 times, so they can get 2 full boards, or wherever it stops in the hand. If the flop has already been done, they can do 2 turns and 2 rivers. But that's why they ran it twice. Looks like we've got something stuck on the stream here. The cumulative winnings are on the stream. Normally that would indicate the end of the show, but the other stats aren't rolling as they normally do, so we'll just sit tight.
You want nits over here, Mike? You want nits? You want to run over the table like you usually
That's
do?
the way to get nits to run. Is by just
Yeah, we got 1 bottle lot left. Anybody want it?
Just 1 pot.
Nobody wants it?
Nobody wants what?
There's a Bud Light I got left.
A Bud Light?
Oh, no.
Here, leave it behind.
You want to bring it to you or leave it in there?
Leave it there.
It's in there.
Just the 2 of us.
I don't know what's going on. We'll have to wait here. Here we go. This might be the end of it. So it is the end of it for Skull Mike, who's on the felt, for the Wizard of Lodge, who punches all the numbers. My name is Slick Rick, and we will see everybody in exactly 45 hours on the next episode of Poker Night at the Lodge.